the contribution on my end would be like how I guess I've like put guys in check before. It's like actually let them unload on me. Or like I think the best relationships I've had with guys, oh my God, yes, unload your face, unload all over me.
Nice. Say it slower.
Well, emotionally just come all over my face.
Nice.
What's up, guys? Welcome to WAKURADIO. Today, we have a first time ever guest for our casting couch.
Nice.
Oh my God, you're like casting couch.
We got Amber.
Hi. God, it's like, oh, hey. It's like, this is the moment where they're like, all right, and stand up now.
Yeah, stand up and
Do a spin for us.
I'm like, wait, where am I?
yeah, this was just a joke. We're not doing a podcast right now. We're actually just
kidding.
We're starting your OnlyFans page.
Let's go.
And then we got our host, Kobe.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to WAKURADIO. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below. We got some pretty awesome topics that we're going to discuss today. We're going to go over.
We're going to ask questions that you guys are too scared to ask women.
Ooh, that's the title of today's episode. Are you ready to answer these things?
Yeah, I'm an open book.
Let's go.
All right. What else is open?
Damn.
For you? No, I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Tell
Gosh,
us.
if certain people heard that, they'd give me so much shit.
Oh, really? Yeah. So introduce yourself and then give a Waku moment.
Okay, I'm Amber. I'm not going to give you my last name. But anywho.
We'll give you her IG.
Just give me my IG.
So you send her dick pics.
I am a bartender at a wonderful strip club called Hustlers.
Nice.
So if you ever want to come see me there. Anywho, Waku moment. Oh my gosh. This one was actually the only question that I was like, I don't know. Because I have so many weird moments that I've just done shit that just didn't make any sense. But
What's the most recent one?
I would say moving to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I had like no plan. It was the middle of COVID. I planned on buying a home. And then my friend was like, you want to just like move with me? And I was like, where? She's like, Vegas. I was like, okay. And then I packed up in a week and left.
What?
Yeah.
Just left everything? And
Just left everything. Quit my job, assistant manager at like a small casino.
fuck.
Spent too much money moving down here.
What? Like,
And then I couldn't find a job.
oh, shit. That's
Oh,
tough.
shit, for real?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just like literally like.
Yes, I just left.
Just out of nowhere.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I moved in with my friend and her boyfriend.
Oh, nice.
And they were,
Are you still there?
no,
Oh, nice.
no, because they broke up and she moved away.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then I stayed, which is the weird part. She wanted to come down here and I was like, I'll just stay. It's fine.
Crazy.
Yeah, we're having fun here. So
So what do you mean when you like spent too much money moving down here? Just
Oh,
partying or just because of the cost?
like just the cost of moving all my crap, getting a storage unit. I didn't have a job, gas. Like
Fuck.
I had to make 2 trips back and forth from like Montana to here.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Damn. So what's the biggest difference between like Montana and like living in Vegas?
I mean, obviously the people.
Right.
People are way different. Like, oh my gosh. Well, in Montana, when people were talking about having like an OnlyFans, everyone was like, you skanks.
Really?
You hoes. You can't have real jobs, so you have to flash your titties on camera. And then come down to Vegas, everyone's like, why don't you have an OnlyFans? That's so profitable. You should definitely get an OnlyFans. You should start an OnlyFans.
Wait, so do you have an OnlyFans?
No.
You don't?
No. The funniest thing is actually there's a link to an OnlyFans on one of my accounts. But it leads to a blank page because when I first moved here, I almost started one, but they rejected my account and then I never went back to like resubmit it. So then I
They can reject your account.
did it. Yeah, they can.
Really?
Yeah.
If you mess up on the information or like if you don't seem like a real person. I almost wanted to be like, do you guys think I'm a robot? Like you have to, because you have to submit like your Instagram link and
Your ID.
your ID and everything. And then they just like rejected it.
Yeah, you have to like take a picture of yourself holding your ID. At least when last time I made one, it wasn't like that. You just had to take a picture of your ID.
You made one?
Yeah, I manage multiple accounts. Yeah. Explain your romance. I want to hear this. What's your definition of romance?
Oh my God, you just caught me off guard for a second. My definition of romance. Oh goodness. I don't know. It's the little things.
Like what?
I don't need like, do I like grand gestures of romance? Yes, of course, everybody does. But I don't know. It's like the little things. It's like coming home with a damn Snickers bar because you know I'm being a grumpy bitch.
Nice.
Like, it's just like, you know,
Or like those
like
small
stuff like
gestures,
that.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like you're in your dot and like you're like PMSing and he's got to bring like home some flowers and a box of chocolate.
Yeah, I mean, not the flowers part, but yeah, like, you know,
You're not a flower girl?
they're way more. I'd rather you give me the money you spent on the flowers than give me the flowers.
Damn. That's the realest answer I've ever heard. That's
Yeah, I had because I had somebody that really recently, actually, they bought me like a big thing of roses. 2 different times. And I finally asked him, I was like, how much money did you spend on those roses? And he's like, do you really want the answer? I was like, yes. And he's like, $300 between the
each
two,
or altogether?
No, altogether. But I was like, why don't you just like Venmo me $300?
Damn.
If you wanted me to feel good about my day, you know?
Okay.
Was it someone you were talking to, or was it one of those?
It's like kind of a friend, but like, I don't know, you guys.
Hey, no judgment. No judgment.
There's no judgment here.
Well, I don't want to say it was like a misplaced gesture because it wasn't at the time.
Okay.
But like it would be now. Like now if it happened, I'd be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't
Like
do
there
Wait,
it.
do I know this person?
No.
Oh.
Like there was a shot, and now he's in the friend zone.
Yeah.
How do you guys fuck that up? I want to know, because I feel like I fucked that up before in high school.
I don't know. I think for every person it's different. Like because I mean, every female has her different level of like maturity. So, or like their different level of what they're willing to tolerate. So then different things pop out to them as like, uh-oh. Like an uh-oh moment.
Like there's a red flag?
Yeah, like there's like a, oh no. And then you instantly like take like 5 steps back kind of.
Oh.
And for me, it's typically when guys show repeat behavior that I've seen in exes that I've hated. I know what that, and you don't want to like confuse it as like, I'm just assuming you're acting a certain way. It's like, for me, a big one is if they're instantly over affectionate, it's like a huge turnoff.
Like, do you think it's like narcissistic tendencies?
I don't really like, no. I think people throw around the word narcissism like way too much. Every girl wants to be like, he's just a narcissist.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
he like hurt my feelings. It's not like that.
Well, women
I don't
are the
think.
biggest narcissists. Just saying.
How do you figure?
Well, women, you guys are born naturally as narcissists. It's just one of those things. But I think what people do is they overcomplicate the definition of a narcissist.
Yeah. I think they throw around the word like way too liberally. Just anybody that hurts their feelings is like, well, because he's a narcissist friend. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
Like next, that stuff drives me nuts. But no, I don't think that's like a narcissistic thing. I think sometimes I feel like it's a power move, where if a guy is like overly affectionate, it just seems like they're trying to force their way into you like emotionally. So,
Like in a way manipulating.
yeah, like so like you'll lean, you know, like if somebody's like constantly checking in on you and telling you how amazing you are and how great you are and how much they like you and how they can see a future with you, but they don't know anything about you. Like they've been texting you for maybe 2 weeks and all of a sudden it's like, you're amazing and I can see you in my life and like everything but I love you is pretty much what they're saying. To me, it feels like a power play. Like it feels like they're trying to get me to fall for them.
Do you think it's almost like a less masculine energy as well too?
Yeah, it just
when a
seems
man's
really
like very clean right off the bat.
I think it's like it's almost like putting her on the pedestal,
Yeah.
and she just doesn't like that in a weird way. Because don't you want to chase a little bit instead?
Well, no, I want like if it's the fact that they don't know like the me. They have the ideal version of a woman when they look at me, and that's the first thing that they see.
Okay.
And so then it's the people that try to like overplay that. Like they'll say things, compliment me on things that aren't true about me, that I know aren't. Like, oh, you just seem so like down to earth and like,
And you're
like,
not? Okay,
you know, and yeah, and I'm like, I tend to be like a very like whimsical, wild person. I mean,
Right.
the lifestyle that I live and have lived is way different than I'm gonna have a kid and a 9-to-5 job, and so then these guys will throw these things out there trying to. I feel like just trying like to bait you sometimes. Like, is it?
I see where you're
you know
saying.
where I feel like this is a repeat conversation that they have with like 15 other women to see which one bites.
Gotcha.
Almost like they're trying to get into your head psychologically and like, oh, he knows me so well.
Yeah, they're not taking the moment to like actually get to know the person. I think that's why like a lot of people like fall apart too, because that's not always a one-sided thing. Like that's not always like a dudes against girls thing. I mean, if you're a really confident guy that said she's just too clingy, it's like the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
Yeah.
like, or the girl that falls in love with a new dude every 2 weeks. Like, it's the same concept.
The hopeless romantic.
Yeah, they have like that image of this person being the ideal male for them, and then they like project that onto them, and so they see all those positive traits, and then they date them for like a month, and they're like, wait a minute, you're nothing like what I said that you were.
Oh, okay. So it's like they're viewing you like in a fantasy sense,
Yeah, like
and that's not something that you're. 'Cause is it almost like a like? Do you feel like it's almost like a like expectation that you're like they're putting on you, and you're just like, dude, that's not really
For
what I was
sure.
aiming for.
For
So
sure.
it's like
I think a huge thing about like failing relationships is that nobody like talks to each other. Like it really is. It's just like this perception of people say we look good. I think we look good. I think you're like this, this, and this. I think we'll be like this, this, this. It's never like, oh, I really hate that about you. But you know, on the most part, I think we can work this shit out.
Damn, I have an amazing relationship then.
You guys communicate a lot.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
You guys communicate a lot.
Yeah.
There's just
We talk about
things.
everything.
There's just things that like really irritate me that guys do, and I see that a lot. Like that's the big thing that happens. Like they come in hot.
Yeah.
They come in real hot. Like just, hey, beautiful, you're gorgeous, you seem amazing. Why are you single? Like, and then when you like, you're like, no, they're like, oh, why? Am I just like not good enough for you? Am I not hot enough for you? Am I like whatever? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't make money. And I'm like, no, just like have a real conversation with me about something.
Yeah.
You know, anything. Like,
So I want to take a step back where you
Yeah.
were saying that you don't like when you see old behavior or similar behaviors from your new guys, as in your ex-boyfriends, right? So the question goes, how does it, do you think it's wrong when women are dating multiple guys and then they have all this experience, or they're comparing their previous to their future, and then they're now punishing their future guy for something that another guy in the past has done?
well, I know. I think there's a huge difference in recognizing similar patterns and then like carrying old wounds into new relationships. Like huge difference. Because one is drawing boundaries and like recognizing like, hey, this happened to me before and I'm super uncomfortable with this happening. And then there's a difference between that and being like, I know you're talking to that bitch. Like, I know it. I don't have any proof whatsoever, but you are, because my ex did.
Yeah, he did the same.
Yeah, he did
or
the
whatever.
same
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
and you're all just liars. And then, but like, first of all, before I continue with that, guys are the same way. That's
true.
one of those things that, like,
Yeah.
if you think that a guy doesn't carry over all the shit that happens to him and then brings it on and then like is calling the girl like crazy and this and that and the other thing, you're mistaken. I think that's just like one of those universal.
The way we view it, though, is that it takes heartbreak in order to create a man. A woman can't create a man, but the heartbreak does create him. Because that's when he starts to learn, like, hey, look, I don't need to be fixated on one person. I need to level up, because she left me for somebody who was, you know, had more money or was more successful.
What if she didn't? What if she just left you? Because she just
For what
don't
reason,
like
though?
you anymore.
Women just don't leave for the reason that they don't like you.
I mean, there has to be like a reason for them to leave. They don't just leave just because they just, you know.
There's always a
Yeah,
reason.
there has to be like something that causes them to lose feelings for them over time.
Well, what makes you lose feelings for a girl?
We get bored.
Yeah.
Or she doesn't provide value to us. Like, for example, like when you're a teenager, those things don't matter, right? You're just, it's all hormones. Like, you just want to fuck.
Yeah, but it's still hormones a little bit now.
Yeah, it is. But I think now with men and women, especially with women, right? Like, you guys don't want to be running the streets. You guys kind of want to have like a stable relationship and build something, right, in the future. I don't know. Everyone's different, but I'm saying
Yes.
in general, a woman's future is to be protected and provided for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to keep running the streets and like find a new guy every
Like I
fucking
run the
night?
street. You want to keep running the street,
but I'm
you
saying-
little trollop.
No, but I'm not saying that about you, but I'm just saying.
I skip through those damn streets. Okay?
I'm just saying,
My
like,
head held high,
you're
my
like,
mouth open.
God damn, Jesus. But you know what I'm saying? It's not within your nature to just go out and just be with as many fucking guys as possible.
Absolutely not. I agree with that. I think, and especially like growing up, I don't know how it is for girls now, I guess. Like, I don't know how it is like for a teenager now. I weirdly think being ratchet and trampish is way more in style now than it was when I was like preteen and younger. And I just, yeah, no, if you even talked about having sex as a girl, you're like, you're a hoe. You're a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
now it's like very out there.
Yeah,
like
you
even
know,
in the music
like
videos
now
and
when I talk
everything.
to people and I tell people I lost my virginity at 18, they're like, what? I lost my virginity at
Wait, you lost your virginity at 18?
14. Yeah.
14?
No. I'm saying like other people like when I did it, I was like, oh, okay, that seems like a reasonable age. And then I would tell people about it and they're like, 18? Oh my God, I had sex when I was 14. And I'm like, who are you? Like,
Do you think that's like a effect because of where you grew up though? Like you were in a major city. I know Billings is big.
yeah, but I grew up in Connecticut.
Oh.
Like as a kid. Like I moved out of Connecticut when I was 19.
Oh.
And then I moved to
Then you went to Montana? Oh, I see. So how long were you in Montana for?
9 years.
Oh, and then you skipped out.
Then I skipped out.
Damn.
Skipped my way down on here to the big city.
Yeah. That's
You like the big
crazy.
city?
No, it's not that big.
It's
Like-
really not that big, but it is big in a weird way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just, like I think the big city. I think like New York or yeah,
Like the Big Apple, yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that
City.
makes
It's a city that never sleeps.
Yeah, Las
Oh.
Vegas is pretty small. I mean,
Vegas sleeps sometimes.
Vegas.
Sometimes, right?
This.
I think Vegas is more of a
This
non-sleeper
place.
than the Big Apple. You
No,
know?
yeah, I know, but still, that's actually. I'm pretty sure that's the state motto.
Yeah.
New York City.
The city that
Whatever
never
it
sleeps?
is. Yeah, I think it's the city that never sleeps. That's like their thing.
Oh,
Is
I-
it?
Yeah, because like Chicago's like the windy city.
Yeah.
Florida's the sunshine state or whatever.
What's Vegas? Do you know?
I have no Sin City.
Really? What?
I don't know. I don't
Oh, you mean like just like the generic?
yeah, like the little like tag names that they give all like the big places.
Yeah, ours is
yeah.
Sin City for sure.
Oh yeah, Sin City.
Yeah.
Sin City and everything.
I could be wrong.
What happens in Vegas never leaves Vegas, I guess.
Yeah, what
Is
happens
that
in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't ever. That's why we all have phones connected to the cloud,
Yeah,
connected to social media.
Exactly.
Nothing.
So going back to, like,
nothing
what-
sacred anymore.
Going back to how you were saying, you know, there's guys weirdos and stuff like that. What's like the weirdest or worst pickup line you've gotten? Because we did talk about it a little bit earlier, and
They're not always just they're not just straight up pickup lines, I guess. They're conversations that led to like, this seems like a nice person, to like, okay, this is getting a little weird, like turn them down, to wow, that was a lot.
Wait. Can we do something?
What?
Can we pretend that Sebass is the girl and then you're the dude, and like you use one of those lines?
I know,
on
but I
him?
think he would react to like openly to my advances.
All right, you can do it on me because I won't do
You're
it.
like, I'll turn you down.
I'll turn you down.
No, yeah, I want him to play hard to get.
I'll play hard to
But
get.
I'll have a funny one though. I do have a couple funny ones.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
play hard to
let's do it.
get.
There's like dad taglines.
Nice.
I'll play hard to get. I'm
Like-
gonna check on my
Like,
phone.
hey girl, I wish you were homework so I could do you on the table.
What do you say to that? Come on, reject her. What do you do?
Are you an A+ student?
Yes.
Yeah, this plus.
Stop. That's so bad. Those like dad ones, but oh my goodness.
I only take D. Sorry.
I guess I can't tell you how many times like the strangest one is like when people come up to me and they're like, you have a really nice ass.
Nice.
And then they'll just like look at me.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to go somewhere with that conversation. You know, like I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be like, oh my God, I've never heard that. Thank you so much. You know, and then if you're not like grateful for the compliment,
Yeah.
this is where it annoys me. Like when guys, you never asked for them to compliment you.
That's true.
You never asked for them to come up and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I get it. It could be like a scary thing, but this happens mostly on social media. So like they don't have to be face to face. So they could just act like total assholes. if they
Keyboard
want.
warriors. Yeah.
And so they'll over compliment you. Like they'll really just go above and beyond. And then when you turn them down, it's basically like, oh, bitch.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
aren't you great? Like, you're so stuck up. You can't even take a compliment. And you're like, whoa, tiger, back it off. Like, I didn't say that I wasn't, like, you're just creeping me out. You know what I mean?
funny.
Like, how do you go from like, oh, I really like you. You seem so amazing, to, whoa, bitch, you're not that hot. Okay.
you.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
they always turn so quickly
Yeah, and
too.
it's so fast. I think oh my gosh, what was it? A really weird one I had on Facebook one time. Just like a message from a guy that I've never met in my entire life. I had no idea who he was, and he's like, damn girl, like that ass is something I could bury my face into. The first message I get from this person, and I was like, wow, that is really uncalled for. I think you should leave me alone. And he goes, why? Is it because I'm black?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was like, no. I actually responded to him and I was like, no, I don't care. It's the fact that I don't even know who the fuck you are. And you told me you wanted to bury your face into my ass.
Hey, I ain't mad at him, dude. That's what's up.
Okay.
It took confidence for him to say that.
No, it didn't.
And then you rejected him because he was black.
He logged.
Yeah, you're fucked up.
Jesus, I'm such a racist.
You're an asshole.
No, but okay, going about that. So how should a guy approach someone like you who's got a nice caboose? You know, and I don't know what your Instagram looks like, but I'm guessing that if he saw it on,
Actually, you know what? My Instagram isn't that bad.
No, it's pretty. It's
Yeah,
pretty
I don't-
normal.
there's
compared to
not-
like what we can see on Instagram.
oh,
Yeah,
we
like I'm not
Or
really
what we
much
do
of,
see,
like,
yeah.
I mean, I do. Yeah, obviously I have some like thirst trap photos.
Nice.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
You have to, you know, like when you're in the water and you're like,
yeah, do that
over the
yeah,
shoulder.
yeah.
I can't stand up. Like over the shoulder.
I guess
Like,
that up. Just push the mic. Yeah.
and you're just like, here, and you go.
Yeah, nice caboose.
Yeah.
Nice ass. Can I bury my face in it?
When you do it that way, yeah, like there's a couple, but some of these,
All right, fuck you then.
some of these, some of
Is it
these,
because I'm Asian?
some of these online Tatianas are just being extra, you know?
I mean, you know, granted, your uniform at the club, you do have your whole ass just out.
I do.
Is it
I
a booty
do.
short uniform?
Oh no, it's like a thong.
Dude,
Oh, really?
Straight up
It's
my
just straight up
ass.
cakes out
And
there,
it's
bro.
like, it's really funny because I'm kind of allowed to wear booty shorts sometimes too. And so one time I wore actual just booty shorts, not like a thong. And I just remember the whole night everyone was like, they're like, yeah, you need to have more ass out. Like they were just joking. They were being fun. They weren't being serious.
Right.
But like they were just giving me mad shit. They're like,
Right.
we need more ass next time. Please, thank you. I've had people that have met me outside of work and they didn't recognize me before. And I just like to embarrass them. So I lean in. I was like, is it because I'm wearing clothes?
That's fucking funny. That is true. That is fucking true. Yeah, I probably couldn't recognize a bunch of because
I'm pretty sure if I turned around and pulled my pants down, you'd probably like, oh.
do you have like?
Oh, there we go.
I have a very recognizable tattoo
Oh, that's why. That makes
And ass, too. You can see it from a mile away.
and ass.
Really, that's what's
You're like, oh, look, it's Amber. Looks like she's going for a walk or something.
Yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, same what Kobe left off at with what he was saying. Like, how should a guy approach you? Like, do you prefer like in person
like a normal
or is like
fucking
social?
human being, you guys. What do you mean?
I don't know. Is there like,
All right, see,
Like,
guys,
do you want me to walk up to you and just be like, God, your cock looks just amazing today?
fuck yeah.
I would hope. I'm like, God damn, bitch. All right,
You're like, all right, let's fuck.
it's in sports mode right now.
Yeah.
You gotta chill out.
What RPMs is that shit at? God damn, red line, dude.
She's redlining over there.
Fuck. All right, so for real, I want to try this. I want Sebass to now be the guy.
Okay.
And I want him to approach you. Okay. I want some scenarios right now because if they're watching us, okay,
Right.
They're all watching us and they want to know how do we approach a pretty girl in the nightclub or whatever. Okay.
What's the scenario? Where we at?
Oh fuck.
Yeah, give me a scenario.
Okay, hold on. Let me ask this
Am
question.
I in a nightclub? Am I in a bar? Am I in a music festival? Am I
Let's
in
say
a
you're at the
grocery store? Grocery store.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh man, that's sexy.
Yeah.
And my
All right.
dad shorts. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, cool. She's like bent over and
Oh,
like
I'm like picking up some.
what-
I'm picking
yeah,
up some.
What aisle are you in? What aisle are you in?
The produce.
Are you the produce?
You can see her ass through her like fucking leggings, right?
All right.
And you can't be
Damn.
disrespectful. You can't be disrespectful.
Yeah,
No,
can't be
I won't be
Yeah,
disrespectful. Damn, look at those melons.
He picks up melons. he picks up melons.
I pick up an actual melon next to her.
And she's like, what?
Oh no, not you. I was talking about this melon. It looks really nice. But you got nice melon too. But
Actually, weirdly, it
would work.
You know, like the worst part about that. I'm just gonna be totally candid about this here.
Yeah.
If you look like you did, like you do,
Yeah.
and you came up as awkwardly as that
Yeah.
in that moment, I would probably think it was cute and like a little like endearing. Like,
Nice.
oh, like that's kind of goofy.
yeah,
But, like,
what works with me.
but as terrible as it is to say, if you were like this obese,
True, big
like
facts.
pale dude coming up and doing that, I might be a little concerned.
Yeah.
So it is true what they say.
But there's actually a study that said even small children are more trusting of good-looking people,
people, yeah.
than ugly people.
That's true.
So I think that's like, it's not really like you being shallow. I feel like that's like something that's kind of,
No, I think it's ingrained into us,
Yeah.
into us psychologically. Even
Yeah.
from like I think if you go way back then, when it's more like a survival instinct, even because someone that like take care of themselves, is in shape and healthy. You're like, all right, that's a
they have
vibe.
nice teeth. Like,
Yeah, you can tell they take care of themselves, so there's some pride behind that,
Right.
When you have someone that's like doesn't take care of themselves and they're like sloppy and all that, overweight or whatever, you're kind of like, I don't know if I should trust them because they can't even like take care of themselves properly.
Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, you are your biggest billboard. You are like you are like what it shows of how you take care of yourself, how you like run your life. You're a walking, marketing yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. So it goes back to what they say, like, pretty privilege. That's real.
Yeah.
That
For sure.
exists. And then the other
I've
factor is
gotten
that
away with so much stuff.
I bet. But the other thing is they always say like, girls will always find the more unattractive guys to be creepy. Whereas like if he's attractive or he's somewhat good looking, then he's always going to be not as creepy.
Well, I don't know. I've had some really creepy, attractive guy moments.
Yeah.
No, actually, no. It feels more like real douchey.
Yeah. See, that's not creepy.
Yeah.
When unattractive guys
It's like
do it,
hella unappealing.
it's like hella creepy. It's like, oh, this fucking creep. And that's just how things are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when a good-looking guy does it, it's just a douche.
Yeah. So that's why we're like trying to teach these guys like,
Yeah.
you gotta work on yourself.
I think how a overall good way to approach, I feel like any kind of girl, unless she's, and it gets hard though. That's like such a gray subject, only because so many women are just fucking brutal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like they take this weird, sick pleasure in turning
rejecting.
guys down.
Yeah.
And so like, they won't even be like, it won't even be like I'm flattered, but no, it'll be more of like a ew, like if
Yeah.
ever,
Yeah.
like
Do you think that
white
could be?
chicks.
Do you think that could be a little bit of like
Mean
them
girl.
getting hit on by so many like weirdos all the time?
Yeah, but I get hit on by so many
Yeah.
people all the time. And the only ones I ever get mean with are the ones that I'm just like, I'm flattered, but no thanks. And then they continue with but why? But why? But why? I was like, I don't need an answer to not
Yeah.
want to go out with you. I was like, just take the no.
Damn. Just take the L, bro.
But you know what I mean? Like, I don't need to explain myself.
Yeah. She's for the streets.
So what's when a guy approaches you and everything? What's some of the first things that you notice on him, like without him even saying anything? Like, say he's just walking up to you and he's about
Oh,
to
their
make.
smile.
Yeah.
Smile.
Yeah.
So teeth are very important.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For everybody.
Yeah. I think it's the biggest sign of like how they take care of
It's
themselves.
people's like biggest insecurity too. Like people that have like real fucked up teeth, even though they try not to talk about it. Like that's like a mean thing to do. Like don't point it out to them because they know. It's one of those things where it's like you don't need to point it out to them because it's probably something they're just so hyper aware of. They see their teeth every damn day.
Yeah, big facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so bad that some people won't even smile.
Yeah.
Like
In pictures,
Yeah, they just be like,
So
Do it.
teeth are like a sign of health too, like super big sign of health.
Yeah,
you know?
it is. Yeah. But so how does that feel though when it's like when somebody fucking tricks you and they get all fucking veneers, bro?
Yeah, but they still got a pretty smile.
You're like, God damn it, fucking pain.
Like, our babies might have no teeth in the future,
Yeah.
but you sure got a pretty smile. Just, I don't know.
So leading on to this topic, you know how there's a lot of females like BBLs and you know fake breast implants and they have like makeups or they do their eyelashes or whatever else they do, injections, what Botox?
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
Botox. Stuff like that.
Botox. The
Well, have
fucking
you seen that weird creepy one now where I don't know exactly what it is. They put like a needle in you and like a
the thread.
wire and they like pull your cheek.
It's a facelift.
Yeah, they pull. Oh, I watched
And
the
an eyebrow
video.
lift.
Oh, it weirded me out. They like put it in there and then he doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
I don't know, but
And
it
they,
sounds
they,
horrible.
Like, hook the inside of your skin and they pull your eyes back to give you like cat eyes.
Yeah, yeah. It's
To
like
make them look more Asian.
yeah, yeah. So everybody's doing the fucking Asian.
You're the
one right
beauty standard.
now. Yeah, and it's got these little like barbed wires on the side.
Yeah.
and they like stick it in with
Like a damn fish hook in your
Yeah,
face.
it's like a syringe, and then they'll pull it back, so it gives the girl like.
And they tie it off.
Yeah,
They tie it off.
Yeah, like a-
so they keep that shit like in your face.
yeah. They
like
cut
a
it
wire
off
in
and
your
then
jaw.
yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
Yo, what the fuck? This shit's weird. It's like sounds like some shit
I
from like
bet you guys do it too.
from
don't
Saw or some shit. You know?
Probably there are probably guys that do it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some really metro guys or something like that. But is it okay with all that thing going, all those things that females have going for them? Is it okay for a guy to like maybe stuff his
No,
pants,
I don't even think
wear
it's okay
heels?
for girls to do it.
So a guy can't fool women by wearing shoes that are like an inch taller,
Or sticking a banana
If
in
you
his
could come
crotch?
up with a way for me to look an inch shorter, I'll say it's okay for you to look an inch
squat
shorter.
heavier.
Oh, just ruin my joints.
Yes, compress them spine.
Yeah, every time I squat, I lose like an inch or two. For sure.
Yeah, for
Well, over your lifetime, they say some people lose about like 4 inches. So some of you get
Yeah.
fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
totally fucked. I'm not that tall anyway, so I'm fucked, bro. I just gotta get. I gotta be like Russ. I just gotta get my paper up.
They got that surgery.
Where they have
gonna
a surgery
break
where
the
they
shins.
break your shin and they like
Fuck that. That's the. You know, here's the whole thing, right? Like, if I were to get that surgery, I wouldn't have the same personality I have now. Like, I wouldn't be as confident. I feel like if I had to rely on that, I'm probably not in a good place in my.
you also have
brain.
real weak knees. Just take it down real fast.
That's true.
your son was like wanting to go play catch or something. You're like, I can't.
fucking run.
I
dude.
can't run.
Isn't it like downtown for like 6 months? I think?
Oh,
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
years?
something like that.
Yeah, I think it's like you can't do anything like hardcore for like 6 months, and then like you can't lift weights for a year.
Yeah, fuck
So
that,
that's like-
man.
Yeah, you're just gonna get fat.
That. But you know, the thing is, like, even with like all these like, you know, like exterior like upgrades, aftermarket parts you put on yourself, you know, like that still doesn't like help you like change who you are really as a person. You know?
I guess it depends. I think people should do what they want to make them happy. But on to the subject of like the influence on social media has on everybody, or like society has on everybody, a lot of the time the people that do this, then they do it and then they're like, why am I still unhappy? And then they do it again, and then it's, why am I still unhappy? Or why won't any guy stay with me? Or why am I still unhappy?
Yeah,
No, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
where they put so much like stress on their looks being like the value of their relationship.
Yeah, they don't have anything else going.
Right. And so it's like, do something, like do it if you really think it over and you really think like that's gonna make me happier. But like, I mean, okay, like guess what's fake on me?
I don't know.
Your lashes.
Well, besides the I glue them on though. They're not like, I don't actually take every 2 weeks to go get people to put in. I could rip these off
That's
right
just
now.
expensive as
I almost
fuck,
want.
too,
I was
right?
about to be like, I could rip these off right now.
Yeah, I gotta pay for my shit all the time, bro. For my girl.
Your lashes.
Oh yeah.
Not my lashes. I have naturally long ones.
I'm like, you got lashes on, bro.
No, my boobs are fake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
No, it's fine. But it was like, I just say it like, 'cause-
You're very covered
but
up.
it's like the only thing. Like, and it took me years to convince myself even to do it. Like I took a whole year where I kept asking myself, is this something I want to do, or is it something I'm trying to do to make myself look more appealing to like guys? Because I really just didn't want to spend $6,000+ to fuck something up like that and like regret it. You know what I mean?
Are they new?
No, they're like
recent?
it was like 2 years ago.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Are they gummy bears?
No,
best.
they're the same. They're the same like material. Like they're like a gel.
There's like 3 levels.
Yeah.
Of gummy bears.
Oh, there's 3 levels of gummy
there's
bears.
like-
I just know they're gummy bears.
Yeah, you got like
gummy bears.
you got
They're like
like
this. They're like the natural.
yeah, you got like eco, and then you got like drive, and then you got sports mode.
So which one you got? Sports mode, eco, or
Which one would be sport? Like the high ones, like the big ones. Are sports mode?
yeah,
Like they're just like they're
Like, they're ready to go.
it's ready to go whenever you want.
Yeah, they're never gonna drop.
Are you ready?
Yeah, there's
In
no
eco mode, what would eco mode be?
Eco mode's like like the,
The droopy
just
ones,
normal.
The droopy
The
ones.
the low hanging fruits.
Yeah,
you
the
take it
droopy
slow.
ones.
Yeah, they bounce when you're.
No, but there was a huge moment. and I convinced myself because I wanted to feel more feminine personally to myself. Like at the time I was lifting a lot and I just started to see like pectoral striations and I was like, no, I'm like, I don't want that anymore.
Yeah, that's true. We did talk to Reed about that, how he was saying like a lot of women in the lifting scene, they have to have some type of masculine, sense of energy in order to get into that competitive world. So
that's true. But yeah, I wanted to feel a little bit more feminine. Could I have lived without the boobs? Yeah, but I'm like happy I got them still. I just think when you go over the top, that's like the problem. And so I think like in what nature is a guy gonna, what kind of, I don't even know like the guy surgeries. I've heard of weird shit like ab implants.
Oh yeah.
That's creepy.
Pectoral implants.
That's like getting a fake butt, but not like the fat transfer. That's like getting like the old school silicone, like hard ass that, you know what I'm talking about? Where it can like flip inside out, like where it's just botched surgeries all over the world. That's what I think when I think like ab inserts.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
That's how I see it too.
Yeah, like it's,
and then like lipo or like lipo too, like they'll like suck the fat out and all that stuff and all that. I don't know. For some reason, for me, I just have a very weird
I would do lipo
outlook on someone that like as a man like a man that does these surgeries to like enhance himself.
What if he gets like a dick implant or something? Because that's a thing. Yeah, it's like a real thing.
Does your penis work anymore?
So like
is it just like a constantly flat? You're like it's big, but it's flaccid all the time now.
It does work. So the way
how do you know?
Well, because I had a friend who had cancer. Okay. And he had to get like his whole thing removed.
Okay.
He had prostate cancer. So once he removed his prostate because of that, it didn't work anymore. So they implanted. Yeah, they implanted an implant inside of his like whatever, and then he had this little inside of his sack. He had this like a little pump, and it would pump up his dick. Yeah, that was on our very first like reels.
Yeah, it was on our first reels.
So he had a pump, and he would just pump up his dick. So in a way, like if let's say,
did he feel anything?
Yeah, like, he still felt. It wasn't like a lot. It was less sensitive, but he still felt. Yeah.
That's so with that boobs when I got them done, they scraped everything out, and I was like, well, I can't feel the same anymore.
Oh, gotcha. So would that be something that would happen? Let's say if he didn't have cancer and like you just went and got it done.
And then like if a guy just like didn't have cancer, like it wasn't just
he just wanted to get it bigger or something.
But then he'd have to like pump it up through his nuts.
Yeah.
But your penis worked before then?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
It just wasn't big. It just wasn't that big. So he was like, fuck, I feel unconfident.
Like,
like how women do.
What are the but like they already have those
the
cock pumps?
Yeah, cock pumps.
Yeah, but now you're like permanently ready.
So you're permanently a cock pump.
Yeah,
you
just press your nut real quick.
Exactly.
Right before you fuck. Hold on, girl.
Yeah, with those fucking hoochie daddy shorts. Nice. I can actually see it.
They're almost as good as like gray sweatpants.
Yeah.
They're running up my crotch so hard right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, fuck.
No, but what if a guy went and did that? Would it be okay for like the standard of all men to be doing that? Because women, like you're saying, oh, I didn't feel confident. I wanted to get my femininity back. What if like every woman's like a fucking size queen now, and like guys with under 6-inch dicks are like, oh, I need a bigger dick, so I gotta go get this implant done.
Just work on your mouth game, son.
Damn.
Are you a size queen?
No.
So does size matter to you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So what's too small? What's too big?
I can't say that it doesn't because it's like I've had moments. There was like just the one moment in particular in my life, because I always used to just be like, size doesn't matter. Like if he's good in bed, he's good in bed, and it's not going to make a difference. You know what I mean? I don't have like a flapping wizard sleeve vagina or anything, so it's not gonna. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be like you can't put your hands in there and clap. Like so I'm like, there's in my head, I'm like, there's nothing that's gonna be too small. There's no way, like short of a medical anomaly.
Right.
You ran into a medical anomaly.
Why is it every girl that we've had on this podcast has had one?
Yeah, well, because it's just
what if the same dude
fucking smashing
I don't think it's that it's just one. I think though that everyone always has the one that they remember because it was like the first. You know what I mean? Like the first, and I'm sure they've had others after that,
gotcha.
but they're like they're more used to the scenario. Okay. But there's always like that first that really just struck.
I'm like, damn, you lost virginity to a 1-incher?
This guy, he was so this is when I also like cared a little bit less about like the way somebody looks as far as like chiseled body. This man was chiseled, like rock climber, like washboard abs, just really cut, beautiful smile, beautiful face.
Yeah.
See, like when I was like 22. So like when you're 22, it's like the whole package. You're just like, that's everything that I imagined that I wanted.
Right.
And so I went out with him and I ran into my friends at the bar and we're all drinking together and I'm a little drunk. And my friend's like, we're going to go grab some food. You want to come with? And I was like, nah, I'm going to go smash. That's literally what I said to them.
Nice.
Like I was like, I'm going to go fuck this guy. So, yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning. Like, okay. And I was like, so I was stoked. I go back to his apartment and oh my goodness, like it was literally like one of those, like, is it in moment? I've never had anything like this in my life. Like, so I was like, it was one of those, like, is it in moments? And not only was it questionable that he was even like screwing me, but he like kind of just laid his body.
he planked on you?
So I couldn't move. Like, it wasn't like I could really be like malleable. I couldn't adjust. I couldn't like do any. I just. and then he had like that moment of like, and then I was just like,
No. Like, was he like a 30-second guy?
you know, it wasn't like he wasn't like didn't last, but he wasn't like a 2-pump chump. It just I literally was like laying there. I was like, this is surreal. Like, this can't be happening to me. I'm like a little drunk at some dude's house, and then afterward, he like was like, let's like rinse off together, and was like all like, you know, that was really nice kind of thing. And I was like, oh my god, like.
Oh wow.
No.
Oh my.
I mean, I have to.
So
say
you didn't know he was fucking you, right? At the
I
time?
mean, obviously, I did. We were both there naked.
You just thought he was like laying on you at first. Or did
No,
you actually like think he was?
No,
or-
I knew. Like, I had like a moment where like I kind of like you can feel it like happening, but then all of a sudden it's like it's not hitting any walls kind of moment. Like, you know,
Oh my god.
like it's a little man in a big house.
Oh man.
Hello. But and then the next day when he drove me back to my car, he like held my hand in his truck and everything.
Was his truck lifted?
Yeah. But I have to say though, I mean, I've
He was making up for something. No fucking shit.
I've had men though. I will say that I've been uniquely blessed for like my first couple of guys that I've ever really been with were all relatively like above average.
Nice.
So I think it's just like what I had always assumed was normal was kind of different.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've had guys that were big and just had no tact. I don't know, like no ability, like no skill in the bedroom.
Gotcha.
Like they're like, I just have a big dick and that's all I need, so sit on it. You know what I mean? Like they don't know what to do with it. Like it's just there, and they have no mouth game, no foreplay, no. They're just like, take your pants off and bend over and take this cock.
Yeah, and it's just like, ow, this is.
Yeah, you're like,
boring,
ow,
and-
this kind of hurts a little bit, and then it's like, you know, there's no fun to it. There's no spice. There's no play. There's no.
So do you feel like a majority men don't know how to fuck?
Ooh. I will say this. I don't think numbers makes you a better fuck. Like I don't.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like I've had guys talk to me and they're just like, well, I'm experienced, you know, because I fuck a lot. And I was like, I don't know. I think I'm really good in bed, and I've slept with like maybe a quarter of the people you have. So. Yeah, I've had, you know what I mean? Like where guys are like, they'll brag. Not. Like,
I can agree with that though, because like you can be in a long-term relationship and fuck the same person
and get really fucking good at what you do.
Yeah, you like learn and you fucking, you know, because
Yeah.
like if you think about it, if you have a lot of bodies that just you constantly fuck over like different new
You get
chicks,
no friendly criticism.
yeah, there's no like experience being built. You know what I mean? There's just, oh, I get to fuck this bitch.
And then there's that moment when you get comfortable enough with one person where you be like, you know what, like I love you, but I actually really don't like that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And they can also try.
don't put me in that position anymore. It's not that good.
I think that's why a lot of married guys are actually really good in bed for like, because like from what I've heard, talk to my other friends, a lot of married men are usually the ones that girls fall head over heels for, because number one, they're probably really good in bed because they fucked the same
And
woman.
they're probably lying about being single.
Yeah. Or, you know, they just,
They just,
I mean, it's true,
They
too.
just
I mean-
like being home wreckers. Is this where you're like, his eyebrows are going up? He's like, I mean, bitches, you know?
One thing I did know, like recognizing like in the past few years, you know, because I haven't been in a relationship, it's just been, you know, hitting and quitting it. But like in a
Ask
relationship,
another man.
but in a relationship, you're able to like build that trust, and you can also like try new things. Like, hey, you want to try something new? Because you want to spice up the bedroom stuff, right? When I'm, you know, when you start hooking up with just randos and going like, no, whatever, you don't really get that point where you like can try different things.
Yeah, where you're just like, hey, like, I don't know if you're going to be into this, but you want to pull out some anal plugs?
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Let's go bring out
You know
some
what I mean?
toys.
You're not gonna go. You meet a girl at the bar, and you're like, I really want her to be down to fuck.
Yeah.
You're not gonna immediately come out with the weirdest quirk that you enjoy, because then you're like, she's not gonna say yes to that.
Or if she's like really open about her sexuality and she's like, butt plugs, I'm down. And it's like, all right, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? But
Fuck yeah, you're like, we're about to have the best 30 seconds of your life.
yeah, then she like, you put it in her like one bead and she's like, oh, I can't do it. You're like, fuck, lying ass.
You lying ass hoe. You're trying to trick me.
My go-to is usually ask them what they're into before I go sleep with them.
Does that work?
That works.
I guess you guys have already been talking about fucking at this point. Like this isn't
Yeah.
just like a random.
No, it's not like-
Hey, you're cute. Hey, you're cute.
Yeah.
Too. Do you like toys?
Yeah, it's not like that. It's like we're talking, hanging out, and then
Okay.
somehow it leads to sex, and then like, so what's the craziest thing you've done? You know, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, I've done this. I'm like, or they haven't done anything. I'm like, you haven't done anything. So what do you want to try? And they're like, oh no, I haven't tried this or this. I'm
I've
like,
heard your stories.
what'd you hear?
You told me once.
Oh, sorry. There's a lot of stories I don't remember who I told.
Oh, that was on the
Oh, the fist thing when I was on the
Yeah, but I
podcast
heard you,
too.
no, you told me at work before
Yeah,
about
yeah,
this.
yeah. Everyone at work knows that one. Just, but yeah, I usually ask them beforehand. Like now, like the last few chicks I hooked up with, I was like,
Like, hey, do you mind if I stick my arm up you?
no, I don't tell them to stick my arm up.
Yes, please. Just do it.
But usually I just ask them like, you know, what they're into and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then I bring out the toys.
Ooh.
So, you were saying a lot of guys that you've been with were well endowed, and I'm guessing skilled in a certain faction. But so how, like, was this guy like? I want to go back to the penis size thing because it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Was he like long but skinny, or was he like just overall like tiny?
Okay, this was like so long ago. Have you ever like just like had a kind of like one night stand where you don't remember actually like seeing them naked? Like you remember you were both naked and like in the same room, and there was you felt them, but you don't remember like visually.
And you were drunk as fuck. Or
Yeah. So I can't say for certain, but I like he was. I think it had to have been both. Had to have been both.
Oh.
However, like, have you ever? Well,
Like,
have you? I'm asking. Have you ever had a long skinny dick? Just
Yes, I have.
so it's like,
I have had multiple of
skinny.
those.
Skinny is way worse than any. If I were to like talk about dick shapes and sizes, skinny would be all too much worse. Like the worst. It's the worst. Skinny and long, it's just gonna hurt. It's like poking the back of your cervix.
Stabbing you.
Yeah, hitting the cervix.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there's no. It's not. You want. It's.
Yeah, you want
not
the
to be
girth.
too graphic, but like you want the girth. Like you want to hit the
You
wall.
want it like that? It's like right the microphone.
Jesus.
Her eyes was just like, oh.
That would be like one of those things. I'd be like, get out of my house.
So you would kick a guy out.
Yeah, that's not going inside of me. That's going out my couch or out my front door.
Have you ever done that like in person? Like,
Have you ever like
like-
not slept with a dude?
Have you ever
his dick
kicked
was
the
too
guy
big?
out?
Have I? No.
because his dick was too big?
No.
You're like, oh god, that's too big. Sorry, you
No.
gotta go.
But I had a moment one time where like I kind of second guessed it.
Ooh.
It was only once. I was like, fuck. I don't know. Like the next, it was only, for like the next day, I was like, I feel like the inside of me was bruised. You know, like I'm having menstrual cramps without having my period. Is this too much?
No, we love it.
That's just hilarious.
No, it's funny because, you know, we originally came onto this podcast today
To talk about love?
to talk about love. And if you ever dated an Asian guy, and I just don't think this is going to play into that at all.
No. And I do love, you guys. And I love dicks too.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Have you ever dated an Asian guy?
No.
Oh, that makes sense.
No. But I was actually hanging out with some friends not that long ago too. And there was this guy that was like hitting on me, and his friends were just making fun of him. His friends were just like, oh, Amber probably wouldn't be into you. You know, like your dick's too small. She's definitely like, by the way, they don't know my sex life at all. They're just trying to be mean to their friend,
right. Yeah.
you know? And they're like, Amber's definitely the kind of girl that goes after black guys.
Damn.
And I was like, wow. And I was like, that's a lot. And they're like, oh yeah, you don't have any chance. And he was getting a little salty because the other guy that I was talking to at the time is indeed black.
Wow.
He knew
Nice.
him. So anyway, but like as the conversation's going, and I was like, no, that's not true. They're like, I bet you all you've ever dated is black men, huh? And I was like, no. I was like, I don't really like discriminate. You know, I go for everything. And then I meant to say like, because they keep saying like black guys, black dicks, black dicks. And I meant to say like, actually everybody that I've been in a real relationship with has always been white. But I was like, actually every real like long-term relationship I've ever had has always been black. And then they were like, oh, and I was like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant white.
So it's either white guys or black guys. Gotcha.
I don't know. I've had some mad crushes on some like Latinos and Italian men.
Nice.
Yeah, but they had that attitude though.
I'm so overwhelmed with this penis talk. I can't. Like,
You can't lie, but you can't lie about it.
You can't.
Any girl that's like dick size doesn't matter is lying.
yeah.
Oh, facts for sure.
I mean, even if you gave like the best oral sex ever.
What if he had like a Coke can mini? You know, like a mini Coke can. Like it's not long, but it's like.
Here's the thing though, it's like there's a vagina made for every penis. I feel like.
That is true.
You know,
Yeah.
so like don't get discouraged.
So like back in the day, Taoists, right, believed that certain facial like certain parts of your face would basically show how your internals were as a woman, and how a man's face would dictate how his dick was, right?
Okay.
So they would match them based on facial features.
So you're
Really?
getting married because your dick matches.
Yeah,
your-
because it's basically like finding the perfect key for the perfect lock.
How does that work?
There's so many
I
there's
don't
so
know.
many things to it, dude. It's
You
like
heard about this?
No, but I mean, like, I imagine it can't be much different, like the golden ratio or whatever it is about like having symmetrical faces and stuff like that. So I can see where people might create that belief. I've never heard of it though. No.
yeah, you should.
But I really do believe I did recently hear something about something similar. But it was like they were trying to talk about, there was a comedian, but they were talking about like how they think that every dick was like built proportionate to the type of woman that like black men have like big dicks to get through all that ass, and like Asian men have smaller dicks because the women are more petite. And I just thought that was really funny.
There's actually wasn't there a study that we came across where there's actually a correlation to like dick sizes, but it's not to like race or anything like that. It's actually due to
your environment.
Yeah.
So like, for example, in Africa, you know how there's like a lot of like malnutrition, like malnourished children and women and men. So what happens when you're malnourished is your organs start to go inside of you because it's starting to eat itself, right? So it goes further up and away from the vaginal opening. So basically what the study said was that the men's penis now has to reach deeper in because of the the ability to procreate.
I love where we're going with.
So that's why African tribes apparently have bigger dicks. But that's not true though, because I also read another article that the men they didn't actually have to it didn't just grow, they actually had to stretch it out by hanging weights and stuff, like, you know, like the tribes that would stretch out their necks and so you would see like a lot of African tribes hanging stuff from their penis.
How painful.
To stretch it out.
How uncomfortable would that be?
So
the more you know.
I mean, things guys do to get their penis bigger.
And I think that has to have a factor of malnourishment in African tribes. That's probably why they have to do those things.
Yeah, I've never
to reach that.
I mean, I really have never done like a deep dive on dicks.
So the guy
I have, because that's what we do for this podcast. We deep dive into so many fucking weird things on here.
I know
I dive into a bunch of dicks.
Nice. You do the research a different way.
Firsthand, out in the field.
I'm a really hands-on individual, so I just went out there and surveyed all the dicks within like the 100-mile radius.
Nice.
Yeah, false expectations of love and happiness. I know you kind of mentioned that you want to kind of talk about, like, what exactly do you mean?
Yeah, I know, on a slightly more serious note than dicks.
Hey, dicks can be serious, all right?
Yeah, well, I think like, oh, man, you know, I feel like it's always this competition where like men are like, women are trash, women are toxic, women are this, and then women are like, men are narcissists and they're gaslighting me and they're players, and it's just all this fighting. You know how they ever always say like the people that are on social media are always just the most miserable fucking people ever.
True.
It's the same thing with like talking about like the people that talk the loudest about like fuck women and fuck men are like the most miserable fucking people ever.
True.
You know, I think
they say like the loudest person in the room is the brokest one.
Yeah. So it's like you have all these people yelling like, and they try to be funny about it, but it's just being like jaded. And it's just being cynical and all that, because I don't necessarily think like it's love. Like love to me isn't real. I mean, it is real. It's like fairy dust though. It's like very weak. Like it just will blow away, and like the strong storm comes and blows away, like, because it's a feeling. It's not, that's what I mean, like where I think it's a huge false expectation. And it's not just between like Disney shit or like growing up. It's like your rom-coms, your TV shows where they fall in love and it's this intense feeling and there's this magical passion between them, and then all of a sudden the world just fucking works. And I think everybody has that expectation where they give up as soon as they're like, well, I don't feel it anymore. Obviously, you're not gonna fucking feel it anymore because your feelings change every fucking day. Have you ever had like a morning where you wake up and you're like, wow, this is just the most miserable day of my, like, I don't know why, and everybody annoys you, even your girlfriend, your mother, like everyone's just like, God, will you shut the fuck up kind of day?
Your co-host,
but yeah, so
every day,
you know, and then all of a sudden you have that moment where, God forbid, you're irrational and emotional, and you have the moment like, well, I don't fucking love you anymore. It's just a feeling.
I don't know. I feel like you can't just lose love like just like that.
Wait. Who hurt you?
Oh, a lot of people
with their dicks.
No, I mean, I think everybody's been like hurt before.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm just kidding.
But I'd be like, when I think about it, as far as like just the love's not gone. It's just not like always going to be passionate, head over heels, can't imagine life without you love. Like I think at some point it goes from it's like when it comes to like attraction, it's like a pheromone thing, like a physical attraction. Like you guys have like everyone talks about like that vibe, but that's like the thing that just brings you together. Like that's not the thing that keeps you together, you know? So then you have that vibe, and then you're hanging out and you're just enamored with this person because you just met them and you're learning about them and you think this is it. This is love. And it's just gone because all of a sudden you know them and you know the things you don't like about them and you know the things you do like about them. And then everybody gets down to that. Well, I don't really think I love you anymore. But it's not that. It's just that I think love, it comes in and out, where it's like some days you're going to love someone more than you love them other days. And at that point, it becomes less of like being in love and more of like you chose to bring that person into your tribe. So, or like your family or your circle, or like your life, like you chose that person. And then it goes from like love to like a commitment.
Right. So do you think it's based off of like the love that you're feeling is more conditional based?
No.
Are you just, because you're talking from like an emotional standpoint, whereas like for us guys, like we don't care.
Yeah, but you do. It's like guys have like the same like emotional intensity, and then it falls off, and that's why some guys will cheat. They don't feel like they're loved anymore. They don't feel like the girl like likes them enough anymore, or they're just.
I think
bored.
that's insecurity, though. You know what I mean? Like I think there's bigger reasons why a man will cheat. You know what I mean? Like for example, like a man will go and cheat depending on what type of cheating, right? If a man's just going out there just to have sex, that's not really cheating for us. It's more like we just want to get our dick wet, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like it like for us, we can fuck a girl, like a random chick, right? Or a chick that we work with at work or whatever, come home to our wife and still like be good. Our girlfriends.
Do you think a girl could do that?
No. Why? Hell no.
Why?
Because I think for a woman, it takes way more for you guys to cheat. Because women, like I said, going back to the very beginning, women don't want to be in the streets fucking a bunch of random people. She wants to find her fucking, her security. She wants to build a life. She has this picture of like happy fairy tale, like what you were just talking about, Disney movie shit, right?
It's not real, but yeah.
It's not real, I guess, but there's still things that are put in place. Like you guys still want protection and security. What happens when you're out there in the world by yourself and you're not able to take care of yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I believe in like gender roles, like hardcore. I do. Yeah. I think it's like a real thing. I think if you lose that, you lose like the dynamic between guys and girls.
100%.
Like, you know what I mean? Like there's like a working dynamic that has worked for centuries, and we out here trying to fuck it up.
Yeah, we are.
You know what I mean? Like it's worked for so long, and it's not because like women are weak or like whatever. Like,
no.
But like the feminism bullshit, and like girls are just like, oh, like you think we're the weaker species? So like, no. But like physically, yes.
Yeah. Physically,
like,
yes.
Biologically, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's So when people are saying like when women like are like, oh, I don't need to be protected. I'm like, bitch, yes, you do. Like if you were walking down the street and a bunch of thugs came up on you, I don't care how much fucking CrossFit you do.
Yeah.
You go.
How much CrossFit?
You gonna get beat.
Yeah, you get.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like. It doesn't matter how much. I used to lift like a lot. I could bench press like 135 pounds at one point.
Oh, damn.
And there's no way that I'm going to like square up with a dude.
Isn't that so funny? Because the reality is like for us, it's like 135. That's
like
what
I'm saying.
It's like a simple warm up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
like I have to like when girls tell me how much they lift, I have to like bring it down to their perspective.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, that is a lot.
It's a chick. Yeah.
Like how much you weigh? 100. All right, so that's like almost like
that's
over your body
solid.
weight. That's solid right there. Yeah.
But like we never talk about how like women are like less superior or more superior.
And I feel like that's like the feminists now are just man haters.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like like there's a reason why we're males and females. We complement each other. There's gonna be things that like where guys are good at, and gonna be things that like females are more naturally good at.
Absolutely. But so when it comes to like the love thing, okay, I have like a weird standpoint because I weirdly feel like I go in like the middle ground where like I believe that relationships, it's like a solid decision to be committed to each other. But then there's like a big part of me that also just has like this feeling that a relationship, whether it depends on like what two people agree upon, where it's like, I think the older I get, I feel like the friendship should come first. So like if you want to build a future with somebody, like you want to build something with your friend, not just, you know what I mean? Not someone you're like passionately head over heels for that you're going to throw away your fucking life for. Like it should just be somebody where like, hey, we both want the same thing. We both want this. And then that comes to a point where, well, if you guys are best friends, you're not always going to be sexually exclusive. And so like I teeter between that like possessive, it feels almost like possessive, but like I teeter between that. Like I kind of understand where I don't think people are naturally monogamous, but then I also think that like you should still just pick like one person to build a future with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it teeters on that. Like, so like I don't know about like, I've always explored the option of open relationships and stuff like that, because I think a relationship could definitely be emotionally exclusive, but not physically. And I think it could still be a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
And you could still call that love. And I think it's weird when people are like, well, he doesn't really, like I had a conversation with somebody. They're like, well, I don't see how a girl could love me if she's like out there fucking other dudes. And I'm like, that's really selfish to think that.
How is that selfish?
Well, because it's the same. Like if you just wanted to go get your dick wet, like if you have like an open relationship, I mean.
I do.
Yeah. So like, but like sometimes guys are like, well, it's different when I do it.
It is different.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
I think it is different when a guy cheats and a girl cheats. I'm not saying cheating is
like open relationship wise, like where he was like, yeah, I guess I'd be open to like playing with other people, but like I can never just be open to the idea like my girlfriend, me being comfortable with my girlfriend just going to fuck.
I think it is different though. It is different. Yeah. With male and females. I don't know,
I've had guys where I've just been like, I really want to fuck him, but like he's an idiot and I don't want anything to do with him other than like that dick.
The reason why it's different is because it affects the ability to pair bond. So like Okay, give me your opinion first. I want to hear how you think it's different because we need to dive this because she's got hers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, with like males and females, I just feel like females are more prone to stick with one man than bounce around. I just think it's just more for them biologically just fits them better because they are to like, you know, create a family. We're talking about biologically, like they're there to create a family and take care of the children and, you know, make sure everything's, you know, good on that end, while the man is out there trying to conquer and spread his seed basically. Because I mean, that's why, you know, that's what we're biologically going down for. Like if you go down to like just the roots of what we were like, you know, not like modern society, like just back then, the guys are like the pack leaders. They'll make sure that, you know, they get the women graze, get the food gatherers and stuff like that. And the men will go out there and try to conquer more villages and spread their seed more and all that stuff. Because in a way, that's just how we were just built. And I think that's why I feel like women are more monogamous than men are.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I like in a weird sense, I agree with you. I don't think we're naturally all monogamous.
Right.
Right. But I think that women need to be more monogamous for a man. The only reason why I say that is because it ensures the paternity rights.
I think from like okay, like so how I would want to be like.
But did you hear what I said?
I did.
Okay.
But as like for like how I would want to defend that to like how I've actually experienced things. I've noticed before when even if it's not like a relationship, but if I start steady sleeping with somebody, I like have very little desire to go fuck other people. Like if I'm enjoying my time, but even if we're not in a relationship, like even if I'm telling people still that I'm single, they're like, well, do you want to smash? I'm like, I'm good.
Right.
So like I'm comfortable. I'm getting what I want. That's what I need.
That's because like the brain is releasing so many different things. Like when you orgasm, right? Men tend to so men naturally are not monogamous creatures. Like our duty in this world in life is to procreate.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that it is. But I mean, I don't think that they're built to be monogamous. But I also think at some point you can't just you do have to like.
Well, let him finish because he is actually getting to the point where like it's actually the
so the reason why men end up being monogamous is because every time a man releases his semen, right, when he orgasms, where he comes, he releases vasopressin, oxytocin, and we produce 4 times more oxytocin than women do. That's why a man is now, most men get trapped into a relationship. I don't want to say trapped, but they get, you know, they tend to fall into that relationship, and then they become the sole protector of this woman. And then if she somehow reproduces, right, and she has been monogamous, the paternity, right, and he knows it's his child, he's more willing to take care of that child. Like back in the day, or even now actually, a lot of animals, what they will do, they'll come in and then they'll destroy the female's cub, and they'll murder that cub because they know that that's not their child. So it's basically trespassing, and they're territorial, right? They're territorial creatures. So it's the same thing for men. Like if we come in and there's a single mom who has, you know, a child from another man, a lot of times men aren't going to be able to link up and have that connection with that child. Yeah. So that's what happens when a woman is not monogamous in the relationship, and it's not okay for her to go and have sex with a bunch of different men and then come back and, oh yeah, this is your child. How can you prove that to me? Yeah. Well, did you hear about the news in
the twins?
No. There's
like 2 different daddies.
Yeah. Did you hear about this one?
No, but let me get to mine first. So in Jamaica and in the Bahamas, they're now forcing paternity tests before the man signs the fucking
birth certificate.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
really?
a smart idea.
And they're trying to push that here in America too.
How many crazy girls you think are like, I'm gonna pick the richer one?
Oh man,
for sure.
Be the daddy.
They're gonna go find the richest one they can find and go for that one.
Okay, so let's get back.
Did you hear about the twin one?
Yeah. It was so abnormal. I think didn't she have some?
Got 2 babies.
No, wasn't it the girl that had like 2 uteruses or something?
It was something weird, but it was basically so she had twins. Identical twins, but they're 2 different guys.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was fucking wild.
I think the only reason that was possible was because she had like 2 uteruses or something. Like there was like some kind of like wall between, and so it was like a different set of fallopian, and just happened to be like coincidental that both eggs had dropped like just apart from it. Was I heard about that.
That's some wild shit. Can you imagine?
That's fucking crazy.
You guys both have 2 baby daddies, like legit 2
and like
baby
legit
daddies.
too. Like you're not lying.
Yeah,
Like, both of you are the daddy.
Yeah, but we don't have to be with her.
Yeah.
No, y'all still gotta read that. Imagine what kind of family shit that's gonna.
But you know,
your mom's a hoe.
You know, leading back to like this whole monogamy stuff. Like,
your mom's a hoe, and I don't want you. That's it.
But leading back to this whole monogamous stuff and everything, you know, like we've said it before, and like, you know, it's what is it? The woman's job. No, the guy's job is to get through the door, but it's the woman's job to keep the man.
Yes.
I guess how I see it, where like I get why women get so defensive, is because this is all really good in theory, except a lot of respect is lost. Like I'm saying, like now, like in the 21st century, like there's less manly men, and more disrespectful men. So it makes what you're doing, like the non-monogamous thing, it makes it seem just like fucked up. But where girls are just like, you're like,
Are we talking about chivalry though? Are we talking about chivalry? Is that what you're talking about? Like chivalrous male?
No, I'm just talking about like general like respect in your relationship. Like if you have a relationship with a girl and it's like an open relationship and she's okay with you going out and fucking other people, guys get hella disrespectful about that. I mean, they take advantage of shit like that.
I don't.
Well, I'm not. Then I would suppose you're a better man than most.
I am.
Yeah, okay.
100%.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, but like the vast majority, it's like they say like that loss of masculinity in men is like a huge fucking problem.
And why do you think that is though? What?
Because men have castrated themselves because of society has pushed them to the point where they feel like they have to fit in.
You think so?
Absolutely.
I think that's one of the reasons.
I don't think men can be men anymore because they're literally like just strung the fuck out on social media, especially. Like if any guy does anything that's like manly, and manly to the point of like male confidence, not like being fucking just a show off or like puffing.
Yeah, they get shut down for that.
Yeah, but like any guy that
like Andrew Tate.
like any guy that acts like a man and like I don't know, like and treats women like women or talk like not in a disrespectful like bitch. But like I don't know how to. It's hard to explain. And like I told you, I watch like a lot of the Jordan Peterson stuff, and he explains it. I personally think best, and I think he explains it best because he's not very aggressive when he talks about it. He's just awfully factual.
Yeah, I actually feel that he's almost like too emotional. Like
yeah,
he's like so like he believes the idea so much that like you can see tears in his
But like I
eyes.
agree with him.
Yeah, I do too.
To a point where it's like, and that's why that's why I think it's so difficult to talk about relationships because every girl wants to say okay, I like the things that I hate the most, the biggest pet peeves about like me hating my own gender, I guess hating on, not hating, but hating on. It's that like if a guy hurts their feelings, it's instantly like he was toxic or he was a narcissist, he was gaslighting me, all this crazy, they just blame shift instead of it being like, hey, he did something to hurt my feelings because maybe he just doesn't like me.
Well, that's what we always say is that women don't ever want to be accounted for.
But the thing is I think men are just so much more familiarized with rejection, and that's why. So then when women get rejected, it's more of like a blame it on the guy. Yeah,
but also going back to what you said earlier, like when you reject a guy and then like fuck you bitch or whatever, right? That's also like weak man shit. Like
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But those instances always happen online on social media, and it's always just some random guy that I don't even know who he is.
I used to know this guy that we'd go and pick up chicks with, and he was like that, but he'd say it to their face, and I was like, God damn. But as soon as he said that, something triggered inside the girls that he was like trying to pick up, and it'd be like, did he just disrespect me? And I think that's probably what it is because there's two different I guess two different opposing views. One is like there's guys that are disrespectful because they become that way because they know girls like that, the bad boy, the asshole, blah 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 blah. And then there's the guys who picked it up and they can't use that in their favor. Yeah. Right. So then that's the other opposing
the switch up leads me to believe that you have some like personal mental problems though. Like the guys that I've had a couple instances like that too, where I mean I had one guy that just so adamantly I had a boyfriend at the time and like he kept messaging me and I was like, I have a boyfriend, I'm sorry, like, but we can be friends, you know? And he went from like complimenting me a lot to like every time I turned him down, then he was like talking about how sad he was and he just needed someone to talk to and he was like suicidal. Went from that to like, I was like, I'm really feeling uncomfortable with this conversation. Went from that to like, fine bitch, your boyfriend's the most unluckiest man in the world and I hope you fucking die.
God damn.
Like, and it's like, that was the progression of this conversation. Wow. I've had that before. Like, I think but you know what though? Like I prefer, show me up front, my guy. Like if you're that fucking unstable. I hate it when the switch up is real. Like when a guy wants to act like they're so well put together and they're so chill and they're so this and they compliment you and they're super nice and then the second you say something they don't like, they switch up on you. Dude, I would rather that in a heartbeat than I just know. Like hard pass. Thanks. Rather than all that like bullshit where
So what you're saying is like you like the consistency of a man. Something that's like
like how many times have you had people that like sit down and tell you who they are?
Yeah, and they're like brand new.
And then they're not.
Complete opposite.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the worst. Yeah, when a guy's like, oh, like, yeah, like I'm super chill, like I'm casual, you know, I don't really rush relationships. I just want to take it like patiently. It's always the fucking dude that's gonna be like, bitch, why don't you text me back? Like, why don't you love me? Why aren't we moving in together? And I'm like, oh my God, I've known you for 2 weeks. I've known you for a month. Why would I move in with you? Yeah. You know? I
mean, that's definitely I think everyone should take their time when it comes to relationships. You know, like, I mean, we know people that just rush into something like freaking balls first, whatever you want to call it, you know, they're just like all in.
You put a baby in them, they're like, well, shit,
yeah,
we gotta
right
do
off
this
the
now.
back and everything. And it's like, dude, you don't even know the person really. Like,
it's like real impulsive.
Yeah, like I honestly don't think you even know the person after a year hanging out with them.
But
really,
that's like,
you know?
that goes back to the thing of like all the rom-coms in the world and the love stories and the bullshit that everybody feeds you, that love is just, you just know. Yeah, it's just gonna work. You know what? As a 30-year-old female, what I look for anymore, I was like stability. Like mental stability. I don't give like I expect you to at least like match my hustle. So like, no, I'm not going to be with a broke guy. But I mean, by not by a broke guy, I mean, I'm not going to be with somebody that's going to siphon off of me.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard word.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like, but
You don't want to be nobody's sugar mama?
Because I ain't even a Splenda mama. Okay? I'm crawling through life right now, you guys. Man, I need me a sugar daddy.
You're so funny. I love that.
I can't like, and it's like,
Can we just bring you back more often?
Yeah,
you're fucking hilarious.
I will definitely come back.
You're the only girl that's ever made me laugh this much.
Dude, for real.
I'm not like a fucking misogynist or anything.
No,
I don't you typically find women funny.
Women, I will say this again, hating on my gender.
Yeah.
No, women I think get too serious about things and they'll get like really offended by certain things.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
it's not that these topics aren't that serious.
Yeah, they're not.
Because I don't even like, it's like a whole different topic of like everyone's like, I want world peace. I was like, that's never gonna happen.
What are you
Stop
fucking
asking for it. No, but like, you know how everybody, it's like everybody wants to talk about like everybody taking care of each other's feelings and world peace and like everyone getting along. And I was like, utopia doesn't fucking exist because you can't have 7 billion people in the world with the same idea.
That's true.
Like you just want us to be castrated mentally, like
It's
a bunch of
what happened to
robots.
the times where like we accept other people for like their like different opinions or different views, and we're still cool with them, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Absolutely. Remember
like-
that whole thing when like Trump was getting elected and everyone was posting on their Facebook, if you fucking voted for Trump, block me now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, with pleasure.
It's like why are you so offended, you know?
And then sometimes I just want to be like, I'm going to block you just because you said that, not even because I voted either which way. Yeah, they get real weird about that. Especially women. That's why they're not funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Women aren't, no, it's true.
Yeah,
Women
not.
aren't funny because they'll take things real personally.
Yeah. Did you see the video? Like all the stuff that Hunter Biden's putting out, like where he's smoking crack with like half naked chicks.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
He put out a video
He puts out many videos.
of him smoking crack?
Yes. Smoking crack, fucking hookers,
So he's just like
cussing out cookers.
So you come to Vegas a lot then?
No, he's like all over the world doing.
No, he,
Like,
just,
there's
he goes
one-
and hangs out in Montana at the trap house.
Oh, is that what it is?
There's one video of him like
Billings.
actually arguing with a hoe about the amount of crack he has or something like that. Yeah, like she didn't give him the right amount or something, and like they were like having. He's like, "What is this? Like, this is not the right amount."
Yeah, you can see in the video. He's like,
me, you bitch.
yeah. He's like scaling out the crack.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy.
I'm like, yo, how the fuck is this guy like? How the fuck is all this shit out there? None of this is getting like,
This is dumb.
like going to like
Yeah.
like getting
everybody-
pushed mainstream all this stuff. But when Trump just said, "Oh, slap her in the pussy," the whole
grab her by
world
the
knows.
pussy.
Yeah, whatever it was.
People like to be slapped.
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Yeah, just like that.
Nice.
It's perfect.
So going back, you think guys are being castrated or castrating themselves
To fit in.
To fit in. So like male feminists.
I don't even think it's that because sometimes I think like deep down they hate themselves for it. Like deep down they just like feel like they feel like I can't do anything, like I can't be me, like I can't be a guy, like, and then they get like fucking cynical, and then that's when they're like, bitches are trash. Treat them all like trash. You know
I don't think so. I don't think that's the reality of it.
I think it's modern feminism that's making it.
Yeah, because like, feminism is okay.
It's not, but like the 21st feminism is.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Modern feminism.
It's like the man haters club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Do you think feminism, like modern feminism, is hurting the women of today?
Yeah, I think it's giving a very poor image of women. It's just making women look like Karen. Like they all just seem angry for no reason. And then they just want to blame it on like toxic masculinity, which isn't a thing.
Yeah, it's not.
And they want to blame it on just everything is like the patriarch. Like it's
the patriarch.
Yeah, like fuck the patriarch. Like everything. And I'm like, man, I don't know about you, but I've read a lot of mythology, and from the beginning of fucking time, there's always been a masculine and a feminine energy. And if you've ever suppressed one, it's like hurt overall.
Yeah.
So like if you can't go, it has to be like
balanced.
Yeah, like you can't, the feminine can't be over here because then you're like too emotional. And people don't get the fact that like women could be masculine too.
Okay.
And men can be feminine. Like as far as like, that's why you get those guys that are like oh, you're so beautiful and amazing, and then fuck you, bitch. Like that's like a real feminine.
Do you think that's feminine and masculine energy?
No, that's fucking feminine. That's chaos.
That's just fucking straight feminine.
Yeah, that's just chaos.
Because a man who has real masculine energy is going to be like, hey, can I get your number? No? Okay, well, it's nice meeting you. Hope you have a wonderful night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real masculine shit, right?
Yes.
When
to
you're
be able
like,
to take that rejection and walk the fuck away.
Dude, we talk about this all the time where it's like, we've been, as men and boys, we've been rejected since fucking forever. Okay? Like, I mean, since we were
and I've never been told no to fucking anything.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are fucking blessed.
Yeah.
With something magical between your legs, so you get everything for free.
Are men getting rejected less now because they're not like approaching as much? You think?
I think it's the feminine energy of not being able to.
It's just like think about this. It's like when you were a boy and like you got, you know, you lost in sports and everyone made fun of you and they're like, you're a punk, like you suck.
Well,
and now everybody gets like a participation award.
I hate that.
And so then like you just feel justified for like to everything. Like you're just like, well, I lost the race, but I still won. And then I just feel like it's a snowball effect of that idea just progressed.
Well, that's why I still bag on my kid all the time.
Absolutely. Don't let you sometimes you gotta make your kid lose.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like,
I play video games with them and I'm like, you fucking suck.
Yeah, sorry, you're just not as good as me.
He does.
But like, you know, but like a kid, I feel like a kid like understanding that. Yeah. So sometimes. Yeah. Like, oh, like you could have done better.
Yeah.
But not like beating them up. Like not like, but like that picture sucks, man. Like you can't do shit right. But like something like you could do a little better.
Yeah, that's child abuse.
Draw you a picture of like the whole family. Look, Dad, I drew a picture of family. Fucking sucks.
Like, what the fuck is that? Is that an arm?
That's a stick.
What the fuck?
Learn anatomy, you loser.
What the fuck it looks like a tiny dick. No, but I'm just saying, like I'll actually, we talk a lot of shit to each other, like, and it's healthy. Because like my son will be like, Dad, you're not good. Like I'll beat you right now. And it's like, it creates like a healthy, like competitive atmosphere, right?
Yes.
Because like he's a boy. He needs to understand that, look, nothing in life is going to be given to you.
Well, then you also need to understand that you're not going to be good at everything you do.
Right. That's true. I mean, you could be if you try. But I'm not gonna...
but then when you're brought up to have this idea that you're good at everything you do, then when you become an actual adult and have to take care of yourself and you're not good at something, it's a surprise. And then all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. And then it just hurts that much more because you're not prepared for that.
That's true. But also at the same time, in like a good mindset kind of way, I don't want to shut him down since he's a kid. So I always tell him, like, look, if you want to be good at it, just put your mind to it.
You know, it makes me think like, you know, like this whole like guys can't handle rejection stuff. Maybe it's because like a lot of guys are growing up with like without a father figure.
Well, that's what I was trying to make sense of earlier, but you know, she didn't answer my question. So,
well, now we are answering it.
Yeah, so
it's because kids and children are growing up without fathers in their lives. Because like you're saying, you know, like you have friendly competition with them, you know, and I believe
is that statistically like is that the thing, the norm for like everybody now? Less fathers?
Well, there's less
or less like active fatherly figures.
Exactly. So a lot of boys are now, or a lot of children in general, are growing up without fathers, right? Because why? Because the women are becoming
They're
more
just baby daddies.
Well, they're becoming more feminist, right? And they strong. They don't need no man. They independent. You know,
they just need his child support.
Yeah, you know, they got government baby daddy. You know, who's willing to give them fucking Section 8, food stamps, and medical, right? They don't need no baby daddy. They just need that money for fucking nails and hair.
I knew you were gonna say that.
You know what I mean?
That was like the first thing I thought of. Like, I was like, he's paying that child support though.
Yeah. See, you know.
It's fucked up, but it's true.
No, but what I'm saying is like now, even 20 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, the single mother household rate has increased significantly. And now with the power of like too much feminism and not enough masculinity, it's becoming a huge shift. Now you're starting to see more guys that are, you know, gay and
then less confident too. And I think that's like when women go off the rails on like he's toxic and he's this and he's that, and it's like it's because an overbearing presence of like women turning against men has like just created these men that don't trust women. Like I said, like it doesn't balance out. Like, so then it just doesn't work anymore. You have all these women yelling at guys about how terrible they are all the time, and then like guys kind of just, you know, like you beat a dog enough and it's just
damn, dog.
You know,
that was deep.
Well, it's just like deep. You know what I mean, though. It's like
that was deep.
You know, if you're like, if you beat the dog enough, he's gonna stop coming when you call, kind of thing.
Well, it's also exactly. So like a lot of women are now raising their boys in like, you know, emotional and not logical senses. You know what I mean? So then they're like, oh, you need to treat women nicely. You need to do this. You need to do that. And then you see the shift in women, like, oh, you don't need to depend on any man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like the mom's being affected that she's carrying her past and putting that into her future. You know, and then now the children are now going to be affected. So what happens? Oh, I am an independent woman, blah, blah, blah. And then the man's like, you know, they try to go out and talk to girls or meet girls, but they can't do it. So now they're like, oh, the best thing for me is to become a modern male feminist. And I don't want to hurt women. I want to support them. And then
then it's off. But that way comes into the point where like it's fake. Yeah. And it's not that it's fake. It's just it's forced.
Yeah. And then they're fucking little creeps after.
And then it turns into, and then that's what turns into a mess. And then you have these girls that are dating these guys that are now crashing on their couch playing video games. Like, I support you being the breadwinner. Bitch, get up.
Oh, man.
Times have changed so much.
Yeah. Listen, but I will say this, like, I have a relatively masculine energy.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I do. I think that's why I'm so into the idea of like I think men are bitches sometimes because I want the masculine man. Like I need someone to
Over-masculate you.
Yeah. Because it's not that I don't want to feel feminine. I do.
Of course.
But like I'm not gonna not be who I am. So I do need somebody that like that's a strong masculine energy or presence in my life. I prefer that.
Absolutely.
I mean, we talk about
prefer
that all
being
the
put in
time
my
too.
place.
You know, we talk about that all the time. Like with all these, like, you know, like even if a woman's masculine, like she can become feminine if she just meets someone more masculine.
You're in the right surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we do talk about that a lot.
Yeah, and I that's why I said like I'm very big on gender roles. Not that I'm not like a, you know, I wouldn't want to live like 100 years ago where my husband could just like beat the shit out of me and then like she's fine. She's fine. Like I'm not talking about that. And that's I think where women get confused. Right. They think gender roles and they think you're just trying to suppress me. No. Like I mean I want my husband to come home and be like, I bought you a car. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna suck your dick tonight.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like where it's, like I want to be put in my place, but not in a disrespectful way. And I think that's where girls get really confused too, because then they hear you know what I mean? They think like a guy checking their girl or like a guy like kind of being like, hey, no, like this is how it should be or whatever. They like, oh, you're just disrespecting me in my opinion. And I'm like, no, like sometimes it's nice.
Like you're basically looking for a guy that can like, you know, that's masculine, put you in check, and so it allows you to feel comfortable to be more feminine.
Yeah, and it's not that it's not reciprocated. Like it's not that like where he's only gonna ever like check me or whatever. But it's like it's a different. I don't know. Like it's
a different type of check.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a mutual thing. Like, oh, thank you for checking the fuck out of me. I really needed to know I was being a bitch today.
You know, well, I mean, yeah, in a sense, I mean, like it becomes disrespectful when you're like doing it in public, shit like that. You know what I mean? But like if you go home and you're like, hey, I think that was out of line.
No, yeah, you're
right. Like
no, I catch myself doing that shit too. To like when my girl starts acting out of line a little bit, I'll look at her and she knows.
Yeah,
you know, she just knows.
And you can like talk about it later, but like sometimes it's nice to have that kind of person and just be like, bitch,
like
chill the fuck out.
Like chill out, and then I'll talk to her nicely. I'm not
and then have like a normal adult conversation about it later,
right?
At like the appropriate time.
I'll bring her home, beat her fucking ass. You know what I mean?
Like in a sexual way.
Yeah. No, but I know exactly what you're talking about, and I see that too. You're right, because I see a lot of weak men. They'll just like freak out.
Yeah,
freak out on their women, and it's like, bro,
yo, why you doing this to me?
Yeah, and it's like, dude, chill, bro, chill.
Just embarrassing me in front of my friend.
Yeah, so a lot of times I'll just look at her and I'll be like, just quit it, and then she'll be like, all right.
And if you take issue with it, like talk to me about it later.
Yeah, and then I will. You know, I'll be like, bitch, why was you acting stupid? No, I'm just kidding. You made me look like a fool.
Go do the dishes.
You know, but I think
put a load in the washer.
And for me, there's like the contribution on my end would be like how I guess I've like put guys in check before. It's like actually let them unload on me. Or like I think the best relationships I've had with guys. Oh my god, yes, unload your face. Sorry, unload all over me.
Nice, say it slower.
Emotionally unload.
Gotcha.
Don't emotionally just come all over my face.
Nice.
But it's like to be that kind of source of a guy gets peace in that, like having somebody where he can come to talk and then get an open opinion.
Yeah, you have to be like in a really like deep state in your relationship though, because we believe that girls can't handle what guys have to deal with because you guys aren't built for that. You know what I mean? Like you're not built to resolve a man's issue. Like, yeah, there's times where it's like, okay, there's times where it's like, okay, yeah, like there's stuff that I can only talk to my boys about. Right?
Yeah, but guys act so differently in front of their girls than they do their boys.
That's true. Facts. 100%.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I'm pretty congruent with everything though.
Yeah, you're pretty congruent with everything.
Like,
but I mean, like I agree.
I feel like my boys are my girls.
Like for me, I've had guys before where they talked about me to their friends or like women to their friends or like fuck that bitch, like she screwed me over, like she's whatever, like I'm gonna forget her, but they're still texting me like come on, man, like just please, like give me a chance, like can we talk, can we have coffee, like come on, I don't want to like, you know, but like to their boys they're like, nah, I ain't no bitch.
Yeah, we were talking about this.
I mean, that happens all the time.
I think a guy will easily be a little bit more emotionally expressive to women because women are just, I don't know, like they're just built that way as far as like they can like take in emotional shit differently. Like if you're talking about something emotional, most of your guy friends are gonna be like, oh bro, like fuck man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know what?
Well, that's why there's a certain like type of guy friend. Like, I'm not gonna tell like, you know,
everyone.
Like
he's not gonna go to the club and be like, bros, I'm feeling so sad.
Yeah, I've done that.
No, he's gonna come to me and he's gonna be like, bro, well, I had such a fucking hard day. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
what's up, bro? You okay, man?
You need me to rub your balls?
Yeah.
Jerk you off? What you need? I got you. You know?
But I do agree also on that. Like
Friendship.
there is certain emotional things I think you can talk to a woman, but it's like it's not as up to the upper scale, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna talk to your girl about girl problems. You see what I'm saying?
Like what girl problems?
Like say like your girlfriend's like frustrating the shit out of you. You're not gonna go up to your girlfriend, hey man, so like
You're pissing me off, bitch.
you know, like
No, yeah, I mean,
but you know what I'm trying to say? Like you're not going to home and be like, dude, man, like, oh, she's so frustrating. Like,
you can't say like, bitch, you are so frustrating.
Yeah.
Then you might choke
You know
the
what I'm
shit
saying?
out of
Like,
it.
so there's like certain like that's
Then
like
she might like it.
Yeah,
Like
she
she
will.
like spit in my mouth.
Yeah. Oh damn, you're kinky. Nice. Nice.
slapping around a little bit too.
Yeah.
With your dick right in the face.
Yeah. It's too short. It's too short.
It's too.
Make that.
Yeah, there you go. Do it again.
Yeah.
See how obedient he is? He listens to everything I say.
I got that. You definitely,
Train me
you
well.
definitely have a solid
Yeah,
relationship.
that's right. It's been a
We
long
know
time.
each other since middle school.
Almost 20
Oh
years.
shit!
We've known each other since middle school. He taught me how to pick up chicks and get laid and how to do
He
sex.
taught you how to do sex.
How to do sex.
He was like, "All right, pull your pants down."
I still do to this day because like I told you, I do a lot of research on a lot of weird topics.
Yeah.
Like sex stuff.
Yeah, sexology
And
is a huge
dicks,
one.
obviously.
Yeah, huge ones.
Like the female like anatomy of the vagina and everything.
You know,
Like,
I
we
used
talked
to have
about that a lot.
penis envy, like hardcore.
Oh, you wanted a dick?
Not that I wanted a dick. I think when I was younger, because like the shift between like, oh, like if I feel like a boy, I am a boy. The shift was like very dramatic. I feel like as far as like socially being present, being like accepted, I guess socially. Like when I was a kid, my parents just called it like penis envy.
Yeah.
Where it's there's like,
Why can't I
You're
be a
just
boy?
you're just jealous of what like like why can't I get things that boys get? Like why can't I pee standing up? That was my big thing as a kid. I was like I want to pee standing up.
But now you can.
But well,
You
yeah.
can.
Have you ever seen those little?
Yeah, it's a little thing that you
I have one.
Do you?
Yeah, because I go backpacking sometimes.
Have you used it?
You know what? It's actually a little bit more complicated. Like it's
Yeah, because you have to like kind of stick your hip out, right?
it's just
Like-
I think it's just easier to like lean up against a tree.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
if I were to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like unless you're wildly spraying all over the place.
I mean,
But no, like when I was a kid, it wasn't considered like me being a boy in a girl's body. I was just a tomboy who had penis envy because I thought it'd be really cool. Because I was like, boys get all the cool toys. Boys get the pee standing up.
Yeah.
Boys don't get treated like this. Boys don't have to wear dresses. And I hated dresses. I was like, I don't want to wear a dress. I went to a elementary school that had uniforms and the girls had to wear either the skirt or the dress and the boys wore the pants. And I cried. I remember this. I cried to my dad until he got me the pants. And they had a big meeting about it. And the teacher's like, she can't wear the pants. And he's like, well, she doesn't want to wear the fucking dress. So I guess she can wear the pants.
Fucking feminism.
you think I think it's
Feminism
yeah.
and women's rights. See, they get everything.
Yeah. Well, it's because I was playing. I remember I was like, when I
Guys
was-
can't wear dresses.
Well, yes, they can. Have you seen
now they can.
MGK?
No,
Wore
I'm
that-
just saying.
He wore a dress?
Like
Yeah, no, it was Pete. They wore the skirt to the Met Gala. I think it was Pete Davidson.
it's like a fucking kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, kilt.
See,
It's not really a
it
skirt.
can't be a skirt or a dress. It has to be a kilt.
Yeah, it's a
motherfucker.
skirt.
Yeah. It's a kilt. It's okay.
Nice.
Irish people
See,
wear it.
but I'm just saying, like,
But I think
gender
like
roles.
when
Scottish, sorry.
I cried about wearing the dress, because I was playing kickball in the back, and everyone saw my underwear and they made fun of me for it.
I see.
So it was like one of those like I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah.
I mean, people saw my underwear. Yeah, I just want to wear pants. Why do I have to wear this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to the topic a little bit, what are your biggest pet peeves about men
So many things. You guys are so annoying.
in a relationship?
In a relationship,
Yeah.
you know, I haven't been in a relationship since 2019. You guys, I'm not really good at this stuff
4
anymore.
years ago?
2019.
Like that was before COVID.
Yeah, pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID,
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
You think COVID had a lot of influence on you still being single?
Nah, I still be fucking.
Nice.
I'm kidding. But I'm not.
I love the honesty.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, COVID. Listen. Okay, I have to wear a mask, but some guy's still gonna try to put his tongue on my butthole. Please.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
We
never made
fucking.
sense.
Yeah.
COVID never made sense. Yeah, what's your pet peeve besides being annoying in a relationship?
Oh my goodness, that's a hard one. Like in the beginning of a relationship, I get really annoyed when they want to stay over all the time.
You
Like
need your
really just like
personal space.
instantly invade my space.
Yeah.
Like let's work into that.
Yeah. I
Let's
know.
lube that up a little bit before we enter. You know?
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
just shove it in.
Yeah. Don't just shove it in.
I
Dry.
I feel the same way, dog. You know, my girl wants to move in with me. It's only been fucking 7 years.
Jesus Christ.
Hold on, bro. It's kind of soon still, man. I don't know.
Like, why
Yeah.
you want to invade my fucking
honestly,
space like
honestly,
that?
that was one of the reasons me and my ex just ended up like fizzling out because it was like 3.5 years in. He's like, you still hate the idea of moving into me. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
I do. Oh, bathrooms. That's a huge one for me. I think.
Like not clean bathrooms?
Like toilet.
Like dirty toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Like where I want to be like, you have to lift the seat up and clean behind the seat. Like that's part of it because if you lift it up and you have years of unclean piss.
Yeah, it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen friends' houses like that. Not yours, but other people.
Oh, you know how I am.
You're super
I'm
clean. If I go to some friends' houses and I pick up the toilet seat, go pee, I'm just like, look.
Look,
Yeah.
here.
I'm like, I feel like I gotta wash my sock because I just picked it up with my foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I have a whole thing. I like my throne time, you know, the
Yeah.
alone time. So like if I'm sitting on that fucking thing and someone pissed on there and I had to sit in your fucking pee, that fucking infuriates me.
I got another one.
Yeah.
Peeing on me in the shower.
Oh, nice.
That's a pet peeve.
Yeah, don't do that.
Nice.
Really?
It's just like it's like weird.
Can I do it?
What if he has permission?
No,
Not in the
'cause that
shower?
no, don't pee on me.
Why? You don't want to be
Everything
claimed?
about that is weird.
You don't want to be claimed?
You're not a fucking dog.
That's why guys do it.
No, it's not. Okay,
Yes,
that's
it is.
That's how they convinced it to themselves in their head.
Dude,
they're like, oh, I'm peeing on
I'm marking my
throat.
territory, all right?
You know
Is
how you
it
can mark your
not a way
territory?
for us
Grab
to
my
claim?
no. You want to mark grab my ass in public.
Yeah, just pee on the foot real quick.
No, that still doesn't work.
Like grab the pussy in public.
That still doesn't
like,
work.
oh, that's
That doesn't
mine.
work.
Just pee on
and
their
you're gonna,
leg.
And you're gonna have that one guy that comes up to you like, are you guys like serious?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. You guys just.
Hey, is this a thing, or you just like, you know?
I saw
had-
her. I saw her on the podcast. She said she hasn't been in a relationship since 2000.
I had a guy ask me that one time. I was like, he was hitting on me. I was like, I'm in a relationship. He's like, yeah, but is it like serious? And I was like, it's a relationship. So
He said, is it open?
Yeah.
Is it an open relationship or
Like, can I join? Are you like Polly?
Can I jump in there?
looking for a third?
Yeah.
Shit.
Have you ever done a threesome?
Yeah.
Really? Did you like it?
Yeah.
2 guys, 2 girls.
It was 2 girls. So I'm just going to put something out there. I signed a waiver. So me saying this is just, I have actually always been open to the idea of 2 dudes.
Well, you haven't
But
had to do shit?
no, but I don't want to feel like a fucking hooker. So like that's the longest time in my life. Like I've always been like curious about the idea. And I'm like, it sounds like it would be fun. But then I've always told myself, it was like, nah, because that's what skanks do.
I had a threesome.
And
with,
then that's like always in the back of my head is like, nah, because that's what skanks do. But like now that I'm older, I'm like, you know what? I really wouldn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like honestly, like if it was with somebody I felt super comfortable with, where like, you know what I mean? Where I was just like, me and him had a really solid thing. And I was like, let's invite somebody else into this. That's a dude. I would be okay with it. Like I just don't want to.
the dude would definitely have to be into it too, though.
Yeah.
Well, facts,
Yeah.
but I don't think.
I don't think many.
No, I
I
guess-
don't think many dudes would be. Well,
Unless they have,
Have you watched porn before?
yeah, I've watched.
but they're
porn.
getting
A lot
paid
of
for
dudes.
it. But they're
Yeah.
getting paid.
But
You're getting paid with this pussy.
I try not to watch porn with.
I don't know how much that pussy's worth, bro. I don't know how much that pussy's worth. Is pussy really worth that much if it's there to be shared with
You
2
guys
dudes?
make eye contact and high five.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
That's the Eiffel Tower.
I had a threesome with my roommate once, and I think because of that situation, I would never have a threesome again with like another dude.
Was it that bad?
Dude, it was disgusting.
I'm just curious
Like-
because like I've never done it,
so-
but like in my head, I've both I've both been like actually sounds really awesome, but also actually sounds
Well, like for the girl, I'm
terrifying.
sure she had a blast because she was having me and my roommate. But like for me, personally, it wasn't too great of a view all the time.
Yeah, sometimes I just feel like that's too much dicks.
Yeah,
Like it's
exactly.
almost overwhelming.
Like one time, like she was laying on the ground, and I was doing missionary style, and he decides to like go over her face and face fuck her, and all
just got
I
ass.
see was his dark ass soul
Butthole.
taint balls going to her mouth. I'm just like, instant softness. Like
That's
this.
you close your eyes and then you just gotta imagine her.
No, because I already saw it. I'm like, oh god, bro, like no warning, no nothing.
Put it away.
It's just right there.
He wanted you to stick your tongue in there.
He probably wanted something.
His thumb. He's like, get the thumb. You're like, what? Get the
Yeah.
thumb.
She knows all about it.
just blow on it.
I had some guy one time ask me. It wasn't that crazy, but he asked me something in the middle of sex, and I was just so thrown by it that like I had a moment of pause.
Right.
Where I was like just there on top of him. I was like, and I wasn't sure if I should do it. And then I just did it. So he was like, spit in my mouth. I've never
wow.
had a guy ask me to spit in their mouth before.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, so like I had that weird moment of like, and then I just did it. I was like, just go for it.
I've done that.
Did you
a few
like
times.
it?
No, I thought it was kind of weird that I spit in his mouth, to be honest. Like, in my head, I was like, why? Like, why?
Like this is kind of like a power move. Like, does he want me to be more dominant? Like, because that's actually what it is.
Next thing, he's like, choke me out, bitch.
Yeah, nice. Call me.
Call me a little bitch.
I was like, I don't want to be your bitch. I want to be your princess.
Yeah. Next thing you know, she's like, you want me to call you daddy too, fool? Yeah. Little bitch.
Men like weird shit.
Yeah, we do, but I mean, I think I like keeping my dominance. There's only one time that I'll probably like let it go. You know what I mean? Just when I need to spice things up a little bit, where I'll like let her time
You're
me
like,
up.
baby, take a hold.
Yeah, there's
Just
that.
like-
Yeah,
yeah.
But
But
I
like-
feel like being in control more than being
Yeah.
submissive. It's just
I like to be thrown around like a rag doll.
I like throwing around like a rag doll.
He just throws me off. Bitch.
Yo, I'm not throwing chicks like that, but like throwing chicks around like that, like a rag doll is kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
You
like,
just kinda bring
it's
it over here.
really it's a huge turn on when a guy like does it, but it feels like it's like was so easy for him. Like in my head, I was like, oh my god, like you threw me around, but I wasn't 150 pounds. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that just
that's
moment of
pretty
just
hot.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck me.
Like chuck them
Jesus.
around.
Yeah. Is that why, like, okay, Is that why big girls like the idea of being picked up? Because they know they
Even though they're gonna break your back.
Oh hell yeah, they love getting picked up. I pick up the big bitches all the time at the club.
Yeah.
See?
Unless they're really big. But if they're like, if I can wrap my arms around them, someone pick them up, I'll try.
Does that make them feel like feminine or
I don't
something?
know. I don't have an answer for that
Is that
one.
what it is?
I think it does.
You don't have any big friends that like tell
I mean, I have a couple, but I've never like asked them.
like you don't want to be picked
I
up?
don't like
by a
really.
man?
I don't like really like breach the subject of like you're fat unless they bring it up first. You know?
Why is that? Why is that you guys don't do that?
Because women get a little weird about that kind of stuff, and you have all that like body positivity thing going on. That like, what if I just said it to the one girl that was like, "Big women are the best." Like, big women are the. I mean, I've had arguments with people where like I'm very open about the idea of like body positivity is okay, but morbid obesity shouldn't be like pressed as something that's okay.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's definitely a health issue still. You can be big and healthy and that's cool. But like most of the people that they're like, don't fat shame me. I'm fine the way I am. And I'm like, no, you're probably gonna have a heart attack or get diabetes.
You might die tomorrow.
Yeah. Like so it's not something to be like everyone should just be accepting of. Like your friends should be concerned for you.
Yeah, the other thing is like a lot of obese women try to have kids and then they wonder why they can't have kids or they can't carry the baby long term. And it's like, bro, you're not a healthy environment for the child. It's like, bro, do something about it.
Your body's trying to focus on other things.
Yeah, it's like trying to save your
Like
fucking life.
like carrying you up the stairs.
Yeah, like
without
saving
having
your
a heart
life.
attack.
Fucking all that blood that's got to be pumped into your fucking heart.
And the only reason I just think always, what is it like that? My 600-pound life, that kind of stuff. That's like amazing. And everyone's like,
Oh, that show.
yeah, like, and I'm just like, yeah, that's a problem.
I mean, if you can't get out of bed and like,
But like I'm saying, like,
Or
but
white girl in
there are
Africa
like
shower.
I've seen fitness magazines where you have curvier, bigger, chubbier women that are like doing handstands and yoga and like, you know what I mean? And they're dancing and they're perfectly healthy and they're just okay with the way they are, and that's fine. Which is why like I don't really breach the subject because I don't want to be like you're fat.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then I'm gonna be like,
it's different for guys though, because we'll be like, dude, you're fucking fat. Go work out or some shit.
Yeah.
So to bring that subject up, what kind of guys do you like? Dad bods or fit bods?
oh, I had a mix.
Yeah.
It was weird. You know, like how sometimes you look at people's like track record and it's like, oh, you kind of lean toward, nah, man, I've tasted a lot of different flavors.
Oh, you're like real balanced.
tasted the rainbow.
Yeah. No, I've had like really fit guys and I've had weird moments with real fit guys. I mean, like one time I slept with this guy a couple of times and I just remember his whole thing. I mean, it literally felt like, have you ever seen the movie American Psycho?
Yeah.
He's like fucking the girl and he only orgasms when he like looks at himself in the mirror. I've had guys where like it felt like that. Like it felt like they were more into watching themselves like fuck me than they were into like being there with me.
Like, yeah, because you want to have the presence, right?
Yeah. And obviously like, and then you have like the issue like certain really fit guys, and not all because some have amazing cheat meals, but like certain really fit guys, even if you bring up just like, they get weird, you know, like, oh, you're gonna eat all that ice cream. You're like, whoa, bitch, yes I am. Like,
I hear this guy.
I'm gonna eat all that ice cream.
I don't say that.
At first I didn't think that I would be kind of like into sleeping with the guy because I was like, he's not really like the ideal image of health and fitness. But then, you know, other things contributed and I was like, you're funny, you're flirtatious, and like obviously the foreplay talk wise seems to be intriguing enough for me to like dive in there.
Oh, yeah.
And I liked it. You know, it wasn't as off-putting as I thought it was going to be. And once I kind of like broke out of that routine of thinking that I'm only going to be sexually interested in really fit guys, like once I had my first dad bod, I guess I would say, I got way more open to the idea of like there are other contributing factors that make somebody really good in bed. Yeah, and it's not, yeah.
Because fat guys know how to eat pussy, or what?
Absolutely.
Yeah, baby.
No, I mean, I've only had like 2 times where I was just like, that was the best I've ever had.
Really, only 2 times?
What, like mouth wise? Yeah.
Oh, mouth wise.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like overall sex.
No, like their,
damn, that sucks.
yeah, their oral game was like best I've ever had.
So have you faked orgasms before?
Absolutely.
What?
Here's the thing.
What's the thing?
Women have to be in a certain mindset to have an
that's true.
orgasm.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like sometimes I know the guy that I'm with, just like he really wants to get off. And sometimes this bitch just wants to sleep.
Yeah.
Or I just want to wake up and brush my teeth and have my coffee or like whatever it might be. Sometimes I'm not doing it for me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for them. That's why I've had moments where like we've had sex and then like, you didn't come. Why didn't you come? I'm like, because I'm just not in the mood.
Yeah.
You know? Like I did this for you. Just be happy.
Damn, you a real one. You a real one.
Yeah.
That one goes out to you.
Hold up. Hey, all my niggas be thinking we soft. We don't.
You're a real one.
He is a real one.
True though. Sometimes I'm just in this oh my God, I got to pay bills. I have to run errands. I still have to go to the store and the gym and the this and the that.
It really is a mindset thing.
Yeah, and I just can't get into it as like a guy can just roll over hard. I'm like, shit, well, I need to bust a nut.
See, when you're in a
It's the
relationship,
same for guys though too though. Like if a guy's very stressed out and like has a lot of things going on, like emotionally or business or whatever's going on in his life, it's also harder for them to get harder too because they're just not in the mood either.
Yeah,
I think women get more stressed out easily.
Yeah,
though.
like stress does not like stress and sex does not really go well together.
No,
I mean sex helps out stress.
You know what I hate though? I hate the feeling of like when you know she's not present, and you're just giving her a dick, right? And you're doing whatever you can. You're just like, this bitch is not. It turns me off. Like I don't even want to do it anymore. I was like, damn, can you?
But I'm a really good actor, so
Give us your best.
absolutely not.
Give us your best pick. Come on,
Do it.
you just said you're a good actor.
Yeah, but I'm.
Let's go.
Do it.
No.
Give us a little bit of ASMR.
Man, oh.
Yeah,
I can't be put on the spot. Like, ew. That was really good. Actually, do it again.
like that.
Do it again, Daddy.
Only if you moan.
Oh my God.
Only if you moan.
All that mac and cheese.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm gonna use this all for the intro.
Just noise. There's that heavy breathing, and then the guy's just like, oh, take that. Oh, take it.
Oh, dude. So this one time, this homegirl of mine told me that she heard like the weirdest moans out of a guy. Does sound matter to you? Like what a guy like sounds?
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
Because I had girls that like actually asked me like, how come you don't make any noises? And I'm like, I don't know. What am I supposed to make noises?
Because you don't want a guy to be
Well,
like,
I will say this. I actually, for the longest time, I never really heard.
Sorry.
I had a guy be louder than me before. It was a little. It was different.
Was he? What is he doing? Oh yeah. Oh
No,
yeah.
it wasn't high pitched. It was just like he just like like just a real like loud and grunty. That was a little. I think my least favorite thing is because for the longest time I've had more of the silent type with like the little when they like come, you know what I mean, like moment.
Nice.
But the first time I think I ever had anybody talk during sex, I was like, actually, that's kind of hot.
Talking during sex is very
Absolutely. But on the other hand,
She said talk during sex. I was like, whoa.
oh yeah, but on the
hot. Like having conversations. So how was your day today?
On the other hand, when like, this constant like, whose pussy's this? Yeah, whose pussy? Whose pussy? I'm like, bitch, not yours. It's mine.
Oh,
You, like
not the way
that
I
just
do it.
That just that repetitive. Yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Who's your like?
Yeah, that's
say
fucking
something,
annoying.
Oh, you had someone that said that like over and over again?
Like, don't ask, whose pussy is this? Yeah, who am I? Who am I?
Yeah, that's fucking annoying.
I'm not
I get
gonna
that.
say your name, man.
Just the way you're doing it, it's like, just turn it off.
Just tell me. Like, this is my pussy, bitch.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
No, but you know what? There's a sexual satisfaction when it comes out and you're like, whose pussy is this? And then she's like, it's yours, daddy. That's totally different.
Yeah.
And like, remember what I taught you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And that shit
boy.
worked great, huh?
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of things she taught me.
Yeah. The whose pussy is this?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't do it like how you were performing it.
How, like, no. I think if a guy, like, asked that, like,
It's
in
almost
the moment.
you kind of like do it in like in a you
It's a
deny her
foreplay.
little bit. Yeah.
But, like, if they're not, but if it's not, like, a directed, I'm talking about, like, if it's not a directed at you thing, if it's just them, like, shouting, like, whose pussy is
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
this? Just
yeah.
a general, like
Like they're
talking to themselves.
like they're over commanding the power.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking.
Yeah, like
Yeah, but if they're asking me in a very just like affirmative way, I'm like, obviously yours.
But then you also like don't give it to them till they say they're yours.
Nice.
Oh.
So you add that foreplay aspect to it.
Okay.
That's right.
That makes it spicy.
That's right, daddy.
Yeah. You're
That
like, so
makes-
whose pussy is this? She's like, she doesn't say anything. Then you don't give it to her yet.
Yeah.
You know, but it's after like you've been fucking for a little bit, right? And
There's
then-
one time I held out on a girl for an hour until she said it because she was being a fucking brat, dude. It was so fucking annoying.
I like how you say brat rather than bitch.
She was being bratty. Yeah, she was being such a brat. But anyways, I was like, look, it's not gonna happen until you say it, who it belongs to, right? And then I we did the whole foreplay thing, played with her a little bit, kiss, neck, stuff like that. And then she just finally broke. And she gave in. And she was like, "It's yours." And then I still pulled back for another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Fuck me, daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You know exactly.
Foreplay is so important. You know?
It absolutely is.
Foreplay is like so important when it comes to sex.
Yeah, not when you're a teenager though, because you're just trying to
Yeah,
fucking
teenager,
fuck
no.
a rabbit.
But like now, like if I don't have foreplay, like
Oh, there has to be, and it has to be like a continuous thing. Like it has to be throughout the whole day, if not at least the whole date.
Yeah, like let it build up.
The eye it has to be eye contact. It has to be the way we talk to each other, like the innuendo, not the directness, and then it has to be the climactic anticipation that like once you guys get inside, y'all about to fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean you have to just let it build it up, let it marinate.
Yeah,
Let it marinate. You
Get her
know?
pussy wet all day.
You know, it's like
Ew.
Inception, the movie. You know, you gotta.
The marinate part. I just my head went
saying-
just a different. Just let it marinate in there.
Yeah, let it marinate like Inception.
And
like
next
the
thing you
movie
know, it's
Inception.
swamp ass.
I'm talking about the idea.
Yeah,
Let
I got
the
it.
idea marinate in there. Okay,
Just like letting her shit marinate.
Let that pussy
not
marinate.
the pussy, because that's just gonna smell like a seafood market when you open those legs.
All that tuna
It blows your eyebrows off.
blows my eyelashes off. I'm just gonna rip them off.
Your eyelashes just flying up. And but yeah, you know, it's like Inception. You plant a little idea and you just let that idea marinate
absolutely.
and marinate.
And it could be over a couple of days. Like it could be somebody that you're just texting with, and you just say something that's slightly appealing, and then you're like, "What does that mean?" And you just don't say anything back.
Yeah,
That's true.
I mean, there's like,
Then you just continue on the conversation in a different direction.
Yeah.
or just completely
Hella
ignore it.
teasing.
But then also at the same time, you get that kind of teasing, and then you get the person that's just a fucking dud.
Yeah. You're like, bitch, do you not get this?
They
shit?
promised you so much and delivered so little.
Yeah.
Like, you're
I'm
like,
gonna fuck you
you're
so
like-
good.
you're like-
2 minutes left.
yeah, I thought
sorry.
you were just gonna have the dick of a god. And next thing I know, it just wow.
2 minutes.
You know, I had a guy that said something like that where he's like, I'm gonna wreck your world or whatever, and I was like, bet, and then didn't happen.
But,
Have you
all
ever
right.
had a person say I love you during sex?
Yes.
But it was unsuspect. Like you weren't
Yes.
the first time ever. They were just
Multiple times.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, it usually doesn't register after I'm done, and then I'm just like.
I had
shit,
one
like-
guy like slip up and kind of say that to me one time during sex, and they like, I've never said I love you to this person, and it was just the moment of like, oh, I should have not had sex with them. Like it was the first time we were having sex. Like we had been talking for a while, and I kind of like heard it under his breath while we were.
Oh, yeah.
And then in that moment, I was like, I shouldn't have fucked this guy. this is gonna lead to problems.
I don't know. That's just like,
Guys should like kind of hold off a little bit, like even though they might be into it or like love the person or whatever feelings they might get. Like I think for a guy to like maintain that attraction from the female, they shouldn't like give it.
I don't think
show
anyone
it
should say I
all
love
the
you.
way.
Yeah.
But I would also be suspicious of any girls. Like that goes both ways.
Yeah,
yeah.
Not that I'm a bisexual or anything. I'm
cool if you are.
strictly diggly.
Nice.
Unless
that was true. I mean, like girls that like say I love you too fast, it just kind of turns off the dude. It's just too much
pressure.
too much pressure. I think right off the rip. That's what it is. You know.
Yeah, but you don't even believe in the concept of love, so I don't know. I don't know how that works.
No, I just I don't believe in like the boy girl meet. They have massive sparks, super amounts of passion. We're madly in love. I don't believe in the Notebook.
Yeah, the Notebook is full of shit.
Yeah, I don't believe and no matter what happens, we're star-crossed lovers and we'll find each other anywhere.
No,
and I'm yours forever.
That's fucking bullshit. That's hella bullshit right
what I'm
there.
saying.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
saying
That's just like young stories that have been sold.
because
to
like
you.
I think a lot of guys fall for that too, and then they almost like get hooked on the girl while the girl's like moving on, living her best life.
But like a lot of I think a lot of young girls have that just twisted perception that they fall for a lot of not great guys. Like they fall for the guy that can mimic that persona really well in the beginning, but actually isn't the man that they're mimicking. You know what I
that
mean?
they want.
Yeah. So like they know how to just act the part, and that's why like a lot of younger women get hurt first, and then hurt guys when they get older.
Yeah.
You know.
And then they end up dating older dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. Facts, right? Because they're like, oh, that's like my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, how's this
He's
fucking
gonna keep me.
21-year-old?
He's gonna keep me safe.
Yeah. How's this 21-year-old broke ass motherfucker? Good
Whatever.
looking?
The old guy that I slept with was like a giant child. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Not all guys.
No.
Yeah. But all right, cool. Let's
everyone's
wrap it up
different, yeah.
real quick
Oh.
because my computer is overheating.
We should do the last question.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh.
No, there's actually two questions. Sorry, there's two questions.
I can't remember the order of this.
Question one:
Yes.
If your vagina was broken for a year, how would you maintain your relationship with your man?
Blowjobs.
A lot of blowjobs.
Yeah,
Like-
or let him go get. I don't know if my vagina was. Man, I'm like I'm trying to answer it fast, but then I want to reel back and think about it for a second.
I think that
Food. Yeah,
Like you
food and blowjobs.
food and blowjobs.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
I think that makes.
Maybe I'd let him like
Anal?
no
I mean,
No, you're anti-anal?
anti-anal.
Have you heard of Kobe's anal?
I just have a perfectly good vagina, so why would you put it in my butt?
Because it's broken.
in this theoretical situation, yeah. Okay, but then at that point, like,
yeah, your vagina's broken. You offer up the butthole or no?
no, absolutely not. Not with some of the dicks I've had.
Ah, yeah, that's true.
Microphone.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, fuck that. No.
Babies come out of my vagina.
So
not,
blowjobs and food. That's a good way
Blowjobs
to
and
keep it maintained,
food.
man, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
then
Maybe if it was broken, I'd let him like step out on me. Like, all right, like you gotta put a condom on.
You're a fucking real one.
I said maybe. I don't know. In the moment,
You're not a real one.
in the moment, I might like.
Take
You
back
know
the
how like
horns.
you know how
Take
like
back the horns.
you know how like the girl like in that moment where like they just like lose. You can see it in their eyes where they just trip out.
Yeah.
That could be me. I don't know because I've never been put in a situation my vagina's been broken.
So are you not open to the ideas of open relationships?
I am.
Oh, you are.
I've never actually like been in one because most of the guys that want to get in a relationship with me are very, very like, no, it's exclusive. Like they're very big on it. And I'm like, fine, if you don't give me the opportunity to fuck other people, you can't either.
Then question number 2, the last one to close us out.
My favorite one.
What was your favorite one?
I don't know. That's the question. I bet you it's the one I'm thinking of.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, ask the question.
Wait, what question were you on?
The poop one. I don't want you to
I
ask
got
that.
two
I
more.
don't want you to
I got
ask
two
that
more
one.
questions.
I was thinking about that
I
one.
completely forgot about the poop one. Do you poop?
That wasn't even the question.
What was the question? I just remember.
Something about talking about poop with your partner.
Oh yeah, do you talk about poop with your partner? Do you talk about poop with your partner?
I think poop talk is really important.
So is it like right off the rip?
No,
or you
I've
guys
done
have
it.
to
I've
date
done it
for a
more
while?
with my friends though. I've had like poop chats, like on Snapchat, where you like.
Do you guys snap each other's shit? No. Oh,
Like, hey, girl, I got my dirt today. It was long as fuck.
Like you go like
It reminds me of Jack's dick.
you take a picture of you on the shitter, but you make sure it's like belly up.
Oh, okay.
So, but you tell that they're on the shitter.
Oh, okay.
And we just send each other pictures. And I'm like, having a healthy poop. What about you?
What if someone lied and was like, oh, I haven't, like you said, you haven't shit in like a week, right? Because you're backed up. And you're just like, oh, fuck, I got to do a picture or everybody's going to think I'm
We don't
fucked
have
up.
to take a picture.
They're going to be
It
like,
was
I'm
just- it
being
just used to
really...
be- It just used to be like a funny thing because I would send it to one of my best friends who's a dude. And at first he would just get so just put on. He'd be like, why the fuck are you sending this to me? And I was like, just making sure you pooped today. And eventually I just kept like harassing him with these photos. Then eventually he sent me one. He's like, guess what I'm doing?
And then you're like, oh, this is gross.
Yeah. I'm like, are you shitting? And he's like, yes. And I was like, absolutely.
There was a point where Kobe would call me or I'll call him and one of us is always on the toilet.
Yeah.
And then we're just like, hey bro, what's up? What are you doing? I'm taking
But
a shit,
like
bro.
when it comes to like a relationship, I don't mind you warning me. Please warn me if you're about to wreck my bathroom. But
Like, don't go in there.
yeah, but I don't know. I think there's got to be some kind of time period where like I still want to look at you like you're hot.
Do you fart in front of your partner?
No.
Do you ever fart?
I just tuck it all in. Yeah, obviously I do.
Well, I mean, like, do you ever fart in front of your partner? Or is it like,
I mean, I have
is that like
when-
strictly no, I will never fart in front of my partner?
I have when you get like comfortable enough, I guess.
yeah.
But I'm not just gonna like rip one out, and just be like, smell that one, big guy. Like
It could be that relationship.
I mean, I'm sure.
no,
yeah.
because then that gives him the free for all to fart on my face and shit. And
true.
I'm not gonna open that door because I know how men are.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be one of your bros where you just trap me in the blankets with your ass.
I don't know if you should be trapping your bros in the blanket with that.
You know what I'm talking
That's pretty gay. Just say it.
like, smell the
Get over here.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
All right, last and final one. If you were to find out you were to die tomorrow, what would you do right now?
Oh man, I'd get rid of all my shit and I'd go on a road trip. I'd go skydiving in California, probably.
Cool.
Yeah, I would just go. I'd be like, well, let's see how many places I can get in like a day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just full send it YOLO.
facts. I would just spend all of my money, sell all of my things, tell every person that I didn't like them. Like just full send. I would just dump it all. I'd be like, you know what? You guys have 24 hours left to know me. And I was like, let's see what I
Hey, Deborah,
that.
I just want to say, fuck you.
You've always been a massive cunt. And I've hated you since day one. Don't come to my fucking funeral.
You're uninvited.
And I'm going to tell my mom so she makes sure you don't come.
Just send all the people you hate right before you die a big envelope of just what's it, glitter?
Oh, the glitter bomb?
Yeah, the glitter bomb.
No, I would just send everybody a bag of dicks.
Nice.
And then I'd be like, don't come.
Nice.
You were
Like chocolate dicks? Or
No,
the gummy ones.
It's
Oh, I
literally
would eat
like
those.
it's literally a bag. It's called bag of dicks.
Yeah, and then it comes with a little card that says eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah, and there's a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I should probably still eat those gummy bears. I love gummy.
The whole website of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. My Instagram is the Amber Skye. So it's the _Amber Skye with an E at the end.
Nice.
Make sure to send her the dick pics.
Please God, don't.
All right, guys. Well, we want to say thank you for watching our episode. We're closing it up now. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. Comment down below to help us out with the algorithm. And stay tuned to the next episode. And live WAKU.
Don't forget to follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, everything, and don't forget to send Amber your dick pics.